up, everybody? How you doing tonight? Those watching on replay,
Hey,
hope you're having a
hey.
good night. Something tells me with all of the PulseCon reveal shows tonight, it's going to be a lot of you and just me, Tony, and a lot of people checking it out on replay. What do you think?
Yep, I think so too. They're looking at this, looking at that. Hey, come join us. Done.
Exactly.
We shall be here.
This shall be an educational channel for one evening. We shall be
Yes.
educating on how to not screw everything completely up, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yep. Don't screw it up. Check how we do things. If you want, it's here.
We're going to give some tips, ideas, and probably try not to go crazy doing so.
Yep.
So, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Off today, off until Monday, actually.
Nice.
So,
So
you know what?
you said that you got some of those $11.99 grunts.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that's what you picked up this week.
I sure did. There's one here with the steel core on them. And I'll be taking off the E4 graves.
Yeah.
Everyone's crying about. I'll show you how easy it is. And
I don't know why people are complaining about that. That's not that hard to get off.
Oh, I know. I got my solid grunt in the display case already, and I already gave him an M16 from Gridiron that I've had on standby. So no rubbery weapons for me, bro.
So, yeah, this is what I got. I got a light.
He's coming. Oh, you know what? I just got notification that he'll be shipping soon too. Like fire. Ooh.
Got him my mower at one anyway.
Oh, there you go.
Made sure to buy it from
Yep.
Tunnel Rat.
Got him. I think I'm gonna paint his pants black.
He's hanging out right here with me.
So,
and of course, I got grunts as well, but not from the same source. I would have, loved to get an $11.99 grunt. Let's be honest.
Oh man,
like an $11.99 grunt. And then of course,
I got a story about that. I got a story about
second trouble bubble.
Yes,
so I got two of the trouble bubbles.
Awesome.
So I'm going to be doing some of that. So what I've got planned for mine, I know you got your stuff. I'm going to do a sculpt on this head just to cover up this thing and make it basically equivalent to Torpedo's head.
Nice.
So I'm going to start with that. I've got my pin vise on the wetsuit, put the little hole so Polly can land on his arm and hold his arm.
Very nice.
For Shipwreck, since Shipwreck's going to be in the I'm going to be painting this up to Shipwreck version 2.
There you go. You're going to get that. You doing the beanie?
No, I am doing the I'm going to pull it up and show you what I'm talking about. So there we are. Come on. All right, I'm going to have to go to forget it. I'll just get it a different way. Come back to so annoying. Well, it did not allow. Gee, now everything's going crazy.
Uh-oh.
Now I gotta stand across the thing and type into the keyboard because it's on the other side of the room.
I'm like working practically on top of my laptop right here.
Yeah, exactly. This is the fun of a live show, kids. Forget it. But he's got the gray. It's basically pretty much a charcoal gray suit. The diving suit or swimming underwater. Jesus, my brain. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
So he's basically charcoal gray for the most part.
SeaWorld, you're gonna make it more un-SeaWorld.
Do what?
Nice.
Yeah, make him more SeaWorld
Torpedo.
Yeah, less Torpedo, more version 2 Shipwreck, which was basically Shipwreck with an underwater suit, except he had like a rebreather on his chest instead of on his back.
That's right.
And it was a charcoal gray suit. So I'm going to do that one. I'm probably going to do that one with some black highlights, particularly around the knees and elbows, just so I don't have to mess with those any more than I need to, if you know what I mean. Sometimes if you have to do something, don't do it. And then I'm going to probably do some deco on this backpack from the mole rat because it's just plain old black. I'm going to do some deco on Shipwreck's alternate gun.
Gotcha.
Then if we get around to it and I have time, because I know that we're going to have a special guest. I'm not saying anything. He'll be in at some point tonight. And we're going to talk about the PulseCon reviews, and then we're going to talk about the Figura Obscura that's coming out tomorrow morning. And this is going to get repainted, and it is going to be for Torpedo. I have decided after I completely butchered this.
Oh, annihilated that face.
You know what? My nerve damage kicked in, and yeah, that was it. That was it. It was done.
Oh, especially when we work with our hands, bro.
It, as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, come on!" But luckily, I have plenty of spare heads, so I'm going to use this Vulcan head from the X-Men, and I'm
Nice.
just going
Did you
to.
just smudge that head, or did you like Dremel it? What
No,
happened?
it got. I was polishing the backside of the head to smooth it out,
Okay.
and I accidentally nipped the
Oh, you
face right
caught
there
it with
next to
that.
it and
Okay.
took it out.
Yep. Been there, done
Yeah,
that.
I was having I'd carved it down and I was trying to smooth it out a little bit because it looked ugly. So, crap happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
World didn't end. And I'm sorry, chat, I am not ignoring you. I promise I'm not ignoring you. So we're gonna go through the chat real quick.
Go for it.
And
Yeah,
I'm
there's
gonna
some.
hit Cobweb. I know that he was here and then had to go to his football game with his kids. Happy, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Happy accident.
DJ,
DJ.
what's up? Nolan, how's it
Nolan, what's
going?
up, buddy? Good dude.
Duffman Dioramas, thanks for
Hey, what's up,
coming.
bro? Thank you for
Seeing
being
you a
here.
lot lately. It's cool. John, figuratively speaking, good evening, sir. How are you?
What's up, buddy?
All right, let's see anybody else. Oh, there it is, Troublemaker in the
Chris
chat.
Queens. What up,
What's up,
Dreadnought?
Mr. Ryan? One of these days, Ryan, you're gonna come on and do some customizing with me. I'm just letting you know now. You're welcome.
Well,
Get a
I'm gonna
heads
be
up.
showing.
And then I'm going to do a pin vise. Oh, I said that, didn't I, about the pin vise on the shipwreck arm? Yeah, to get poly. Yeah. All right, and then I'm going to do some black washes on the fur collar, shoulders, and the fur forearms, and I'm going to do a black wash on this head because
You're doing a bunch of
it needs
mad
it.
scientist stuff. Look at you. Woo!
Well, I bought. If you've never used them,
Oh yeah, Army Painter.
Vallejo Game Wash.
Oh, it's Vallejo.
They're just
Okay.
straight out washes, and you don't have to dilute your paints or mess with anything and make it difficult.
Yeah.
Just shake it up and go. It's nice. So much nicer. Don't have to mess with it. And then if I really get time, I'm gonna do the top of my diorama piece that I've been working on.
Because that thing is dry as a bone now, right?
It's not really sticky. I mean, it was unfortunately there was supposed to be a third figure that I was going to work on, but yeah, she's not dry, even though I did the paint. Let's see. Well, the first application I did was Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wednesday night before I did my live unboxing and kind of slightly review of the tunnel rat, the trouble bubble, and the mole rat. And then I put a light coat on it this morning, so it should have dried, but it's still really, really tacky. And I don't know if I didn't shake the bottle enough or what. So, and I use spray, I'll use this, but I used something that I don't normally use just to try something different. I also use these guys also as, for lack of a better word, primer to get something for the paint to stick to. And you can you don't do anything right with your paint. You just go to town, right?
I just go to town. I'll do a little soapy water wash the whole thing, trying to break down the
Get the
factory's sealer. Yeah,
well,
that'll
they've got
work.
the mold release on it, don't they? That you need to get off.
Yeah, I get that off, and then it'll look nice and clean. And then I'll just go for it, and that's serving me pretty good. But I'd still like to experiment with primer sometime. But I haven't really needed it because it's these figures take the
Well, and
paint
the other
really.
thing you can do is these little, scrub pads.
Yeah,
I just use them to abrade the surface.
yeah,
Now, I will say, do not get the generic ones. Get the Scotch Brite ones because the generic ones they leave crap on everything.
gotcha.
Scotch Brite, I don't ever have that issue. It doesn't leave debris. You don't have to clean up a bunch of green flakes just laying around on the ground.
Right.
So it's a lot nicer to do that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna do my epoxy sculpt fun. Gotta get my gloves because this stuff's nasty.
Right on.
I'll be sticking in my face later.
I'm gonna start showing how to take all this camo off this stalker and make them look like as
Now, are
clean
you
as that.
using a towel or a paper
I just use
towel or anything?
I use sometimes use a damp paper towel to get off the excess,
Okay.
and it doesn't. I thought it would leave like little, like little linty things on it, but no, it comes off real good. I just did it. I
Well, as
just did
long as
it.
there's not a whole lot of like fabric kind of rolling, then it does.
Yeah,
That's when
the
you're gonna have to
linty,
get a little bit more.
the linty crap. Yeah.
So yeah, we get to have the fun with epoxy sculpt tonight.
Oh
Yay!
damn, you sculpted. You going off?
Epoxy sculpt is a pain in the ass. And my
Ah,
epoxy sculpt was left in the garage because that's where my normal area is.
yeah.
And over the summer, and man, it dried the hell out of my part B, I think. Yeah, my part B dried out pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it works.
Yeah. I'm doing this. This will turn into a zap. I got a Zap's whole loadout to go on him, and then
Okay.
I'll mess with another grunt to put.
So how many are you missing from the OG-13 now?
I'm gonna redo the Zap, and I need to make a flash, and that's about it. So flash, and I got the template for him because I've already got Grand Slam done.
Huh.
So
Ryan
we'll
says he
do.
uses torches. Okay, he's gonna have to show that when he does that with me because I have never used a torch. Of course, I'd probably burn my fingers off, but hey.
Torches, like what, Ryan? Like butane torches that I used to make a smoked old
Yeah,
fashioned.
he's talking about little dessert torches like the creme brulee torching
Oh,
turkeys.
well, I'll be damned.
That's probably way too much. Epoxy sculpt, that's all right, because I need some for the back of that dial piece anyway. And holiday edition Stunticon Dead End, huh? Well, that should be interesting.
Strunticon, right? Yeah.
Stunticons, yeah. I think you misspelled it, but that's all right.
Oh.
It happens. You know what? If it wasn't for bad spelling on my cell phone, I probably wouldn't have any spelling at all. Let's be fair. But my cell phone hates me. Yeah, I have begun to believe that it definitely hates me.
That stuff takes off this
Okay.
camo so good. Jeez.
Do. The good thing about epoxy sculpt is you can play with water and you can smooth it out with water. It's nice. I don't know about Milliput and green stuff. I haven't tried either one of those yet.
I haven't tried green stuff. I'm told it's pretty kick ass, but I've got the Millie Putt, yeah. But I haven't done that much with it. I remember I had Moon Knight Marvel Legends. I wanted to make a remember White Tiger from Marvel
Yeah, yeah.
He was perfect. You didn't really have to do anything but take the hood off. You take the hood off, and he's got a big cavity where the hood is stuck in. So to
Hmm.
fill that in, so he has a nice white mask dome head, you got to fill in that cavity. And I did it with the Millie Put, let it set, let it do its thing, and painted over it, and I sanded it down. Perfect.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not
there's sometimes where like now, if you had the Zeraze or whatever it was, the one that just came out.
oh
For
yeah, the
Black Panther.
Haku Gaze or something. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did
the
it.
one that just came
I did it
out
wrong.
for Black Panther. That
I
would
get
be a
all happy
perfect.
once I
That would be a
once I
perfect
see the new
base.
product come out. I'm like, okay, what else can I do with
Be a
this?
perfect base for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ryan likes milliput. You know what? I haven't tried it, but I started with epoxy sculpt, and it was very similar to what I was, using in other places. So
Yeah, it's real
all right.
good.
I gotta get my shaping tools here. Yeah, all right, boys. Let's see what we got here. There's what I want. Okay.
I got some of those sculpting tools too, and then Giles Jiffer told me to get some of those dental tools. They work good too.
Yeah, yeah. Dental tools will work too.
Mhm.
If you, ooh, yeah, okay, that's a lot. I was not ready for that. There's much in there. But yeah, no, you can use dental tools. You can use. I just try to use the tools that I used when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
I used sculpting tools in high school and art, so I kind of know how to use most of these. Most of them, not all of them. So it's a matter of just trying to find the new things.
Yep. 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 Yep.
And yeah, he says it's butane torches. So
Yep.
yeah, it's the little butane torches. Oh, come on,
That's
Chippy, I
what I
need you to
used to
keep your
make a.
chin, man.
That's what I used to make my smoke old fashioned. Smoke them, burn them wood chips in that bourbon. Mhm.
All right, I need to cut part of this out. Come on. No, I don't need you to go up the nose. Thank you. There you go. No, no, no. Trying to go up the nose with it. Come on. Don't need you up the nose. I just need you to cover the head. Just need you to cover his beard that I shaved off prior to doing this. Just enough. So I needed to have a little bit of bulk on the sides because I want it to have that kind of look like he still has his beard underneath the head.
Yeah.
But I'm trying not to jack this up, but I have a feeling I probably will.
Look at that.
But usually I start with the most difficult part first for me. Sculpting is not my natural thing, but I can do it.
Oh, every chance I get, I stay away from sculpting.
Sometimes it's just unavoidable, no matter what I do. In this case, if I want a shipwreck that's that version shipwreck, I need.
You're working on Shipwreck's head right now, or a head
Yeah,
for him. Okay.
yeah. I took the base shipwreck head and I added some sculpt to that base head underneath, and then I'm just kind of trimming off some of the excess to get it back to just a cap like his.
Okay, I'm gonna move that
Trying to
shit.
figure out where his ear is underneath so I can get that to flush out a little bit.
Oh, I was gonna tell you. Remember, superpowers, right?
Yeah.
I got those little these collect all the mini comics that came with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see how thick they are? I thought they were bigger, but no, they're tiny. But
Well, I think
all the
they're tiny, probably to be more of along the
like
lines of what they were
the
originally.
original,
So
the original. Yeah, look at that.
that's
All
cool.
the mini comics. This one's got
Where'd you get that at?
Etsy.
Oh,
They were like
nice.
15 bucks. They were like 15 bucks a piece.
So that's somebody's project that they did.
Yep.
Oh,
This is
nice.
like but it's unauthorized reproduction. Superman through Hawkman. Steppenwolf through Red Tornado. Cool.
All right. take these gloves off now. I cannot get that to set right. With the gloves, I got too much crap sticking off. So I'm just gonna take the gloves off. Go. And then I can control this a little better. If the gloves were just pushing it away. And now it's gonna have my fingerprints in it, but whatever at this point, right? Just smooth it out. It's a good thing about the water smoothing out part. It's nice.
Man, this stuff is great. Dude.
It's nice when you get to do this part where you can just, reshape it all with water. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh,
And
you're
the other thing I don't
sculpting.
like these heads like this where they have the hair that's attachable. Same thing
Yeah.
with Lady J's. The hair just sits weird, and that hole is an amazing pain in the ass. Because I did when I did my jinx.
Yeah.
I had to fill that in on my jinx too, because it I had hair on top that wouldn't fit right, so I had to do a little bit different. I wonder if anybody in the chat has questions.
I'm doing my
I
buddy
don't see any
Johnny
questions
Reno's.
popping up. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
How to do this? What we're doing? How we're
Any
mildly.
questions? I'm just stripping paint, so I'm just going through the motions.
You're doing the high difficulty stuff right now. Is what you're saying?
I mean, it would be if I didn't have this Windsor Newton stuff. Jeez, I'm going through
that's
the sleeves, the wrinkled sleeves of Stalker, and
yeah.
this you put it on there, let it set, and then you start rubbing, and that stuff, dude, it just comes off. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then either a damp or a dry paper towel, and that gets all in there.
It's always interesting when we do
It's working good.
Trying to give him some hair depth. I'm just
Yeah. The first time doing this was taking it all off Dusty so I can make that dock custom.
yeah.
And that was great. I'm like,
The biggest issue could end up being with how many paper towels you want to go through to get that stuff off. Because there's not a really easy way to get it off. Per se.
you got to make sure this
comes off easy, but you still got to deal with it going everywhere.
Get the greasy stuff off. Yeah, it's better to use a damp, moist paper towel. I didn't wet them yet, but I got water in this palette I can use for my paint later. Just got the purpose of this. I want to get Zap off certain buck I used for a previous custom, so I can use a Hasbro buck now. And then I'm doing.
I mean, the thing is that we go through those iterative processes, right? Where we decide that we want to change it, like with with the buzzer that
comes along,
with the buzzer that they released today, I'm like, I'm probably gonna keep my head.
Yeah.
But I don't know yet.
I got a good buzzer head. That buzzer is freaking awesome. I was really impressed by everything. I'm like, wow, they're doing it again. I think I was too slow, and I'm not, one of those members on Hasbro Pulse. So I just got Big Bad Toy Store, and I got Buzzer, Ripper, Hawk, Helix, and another one.
Shockwave.
Is that 4 of them?
Shockwave.
Agent Helix, General Hawk, Buzzer, Ripper, got all those. They already
You didn't get Shockwave?
Oh, I got Shockwave too. That's right. I made a Night Force Shockwave a while back, so it's good to have the blue one now.
Well, and I like that we're going to get a beachhead, the OG beachhead. I mean, I still like the other beachhead. I don't know why people have such huge issues with it, but I like it.
I made that beachhead into a retro one with a hint of classified still in there, and I love him, dude.
Currently butchering us. That's all right. We'll get to
that. MCU cable plate carrier I used is awesome for him because it's got his stick magazines
Yeah.
There. Look at that, it's coming off. Nice.
Currently butchering this head, but that's all right. That's all right. We go. We got it. We got it.
What are you doing to the head?
I'm trying to get this epoxy sculpt to sit so that I can make it look like it's, a cap.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's less Iron Man and more. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's less ball cap than kind of nick, that tight cap of the wetsuit,
Yeah.
and more Iron Man face coming out.
Yeah.
I probably should have shaved off more of the beard. It happens. It's all right. I'll figure it out. Might just have to do it in layers.
There you go.
Sometimes that's the way it works with customs, right? We fuck it up and then we have to redo it. And
Mm-hmm.
what sounds like a good idea is not a good idea.
Yeah, I had a. Oh, how can I put this? I had made a mainframe, right? And
Yeah.
Mark from Gridiron wanted to use it in his, promotional pictures for his mainframe loadout he just made, but it was on a certain book that wouldn't be correct.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be right. So I'm like, So in the future, yeah. So for me, if he's gonna do that and ask from time to time, I'm gonna make sure that it's something he can use and that would be appropriate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's my buddy. That's my pal. So yeah, and it's also I don't know. It's an honor that he wants to use one of my customs for
Exactly.
it,
That's
show off his
cool.
loadout. I'm like, all right, you know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm glad he used Johnny Reno's dock for his dock lab. Hell yeah, that's where I learned more about Windsor Newton. I mean, KJ had told me before, but I was like a caveman, dude. I was using acetone and goof off and messier
Well,
crap,
goof
dude.
off would work. The
Yeah,
goof
goof
off would
off would
work.
work. Yeah, goof off
It
would work.
just might take off,
It might take off more than you
everything underneath the
want, and
plastic.
that shit gets white too. Some of it gets a little ashy, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know. And this stuff is
So,
great. You just wipe it off.
in case people are wondering what I'm doing now, is I'm filling in some gaps on this dio piece that didn't quite fill the way that I would have liked, but it happens at times. The fun of 3D printing. Every day is an adventure.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to sign up for a resin printer next, but it won't be till after my daughter's wedding in January. So sometime
Nice.
next, probably spring or summer. And then, of course, if
Wow.
GI Joe keeps it up, I may never get one. So
Oh my God. Yeah, let's get into that,
my
man.
wallet can only
They're
take so
killing it.
much in a year.
Yep.
This year has been painful. It's a lot of Joe stuff.
Too painful for pain.
It's painful for me. I tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. It's painful.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Tell you what. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They sound like Collector Express. You ever watch it?
Do what?
You ever watch that
Who?
guy, Collector Express? They do what
Can't say that I have.
they do
I've
what we're
never seen
doing.
it.
They do what we're doing on live stream. They do it all the time. But
Nice.
there's hardly anybody in his chat. He's got Harker Customs in there, and I like that guy's wired fabric capes. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when I
Oh,
was doing Marvel Legend stuff. Yeah.
I shoot a fool for nice wired capes. I'm just telling
Oh,
you right
really?
now. A nice wired cape. But I
Yep.
do Masterverse, so the wire capes work for them too. So
Oh, you know what?
but
What I
my
did?
Mythic
Oh my
Legion come with wired capes, so I don't have to worry about that 9 times out of 10.
God. Right?
What's up, Sir Clifton? How you doing, sir? I see you crept into the chat there.
Aaron, look what I finally did. I finally found him.
Oh, nice.
Dude, this guy is freaking awesome. I'm like, dude, He's like perfect.
It is. It's a great representation of He-Man. I have the 2-pack,
Nice.
which of course I have that one in the box, and I also have the 2-pack, and it's great. It's a fantastic looking figure. I
I want to find. I
would
need to
still
paint
do a
match.
brownish wash on the body just
Yeah,
to kind of give it some dirt and grime. And
yeah. I want to do. I want to paint match this orange in the shield because they didn't do the axe like that.
yeah, sometimes you get you can tell where they spent the money.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what I mean?
I mean, I want to do the nice wrapped handles and stuff, but it's going to be in his hand. You know, it might come off. You know, I mean, so it's like you got to pick and choose what you want to do.
All right, so I'm gonna switch up and start on I'm gonna let the head dry. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's not exactly what I wanted. Get up and bring it up to the thing.
I see. I'm just slowly but surely plugging away on.
I'll
Taking
just
some
plug
off.
away and scratch it off with an X-Acto blade if I have to. It's not the end of the world. Then I'm gonna do my game wash here. Beep. So, and if any of you who use Vallejo paints, this is like $8. It is for primarily for nail polish, but they have these nice little silicone things that come with it. And I don't have to shake my paints.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
just lazy, I guess. But it's, half the paints, they end up being all congealed anyway and separate, if you don't
Yeah,
use
yeah.
them all the time.
I shake them up and
Yeah.
put some water in this palette and mix it up with water. Dilute it. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
dilute it. Just make it wet. You want it nice, wet, and milky for the brush to go on.
All right. So just doing a little black wash on my friend the mole rat on his face anyway. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. I might. Yeah, screw it. Why not? I won't get him dirty. We'll make him dirty. Why not?
There's Johnny. There's my buddy Johnny in the chat right now, coming straight off Punk stream. What up, Johnny? I'm just telling Payne I'm doing your technique, bro, with that Winsor Newton.
It's good stuff. I mean, it's nice stuff for your brushes. It's good stuff for your just in general for messing with stuff. But
Yep, yeah, buddy.
I am doing like the briefest of brief black washes here. I'm not even trying to get everything like super black. I just want to get a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna rub some off just want a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Crazy. Just a little bit is gonna work. You don't need to do a whole lot. Sometimes less is more. All right,
Just a
so
little bit.
tap that head a little bit. There we go. Yes. Me likey. All right, now I gotta let you dry. All right, Snow Serpent. You're next. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more. So when you're planning out a custom, what ways do you think about the stuff that you're using with the custom? Are you thinking about the pieces, or do you think more about just this figure would look good as this figure? Or
Yeah, I'll look at a certain buck and say, let's see, what do I want, or what didn't they make yet? You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then I'll go from there, and then I'll say, okay, what haven't they made yet? Well, I'm not gonna wait for this one, that one. I wanna I want it now. You know, that's why I start with Marvel Legends. You know, they didn't have a Luke Cage, they didn't have a this one, that one, and I said, hey, I'm gonna see what I can do to make one my own, and go from there. Get the body I want, and heat it up, and start taking it apart, and see what I don't have to do. Ooh, this one, I wouldn't have to paint the joints. It's already that color. You know what I mean? I try to
Yeah.
cheat as much as I can. You know.
Well, and I do the dye for me is my biggest cheat. If it's a black or a purple or a brown or a
Yeah.
I'll just throw the shit in dye and leave it in there for a week or two. And just let the
Nice.
piece soak it up. And if you, I mean, the only really hard plastics like the super hard torso sometimes are the only thing that really don't take very well.
Oh,
And
the
you just
dye?
yeah,
Yeah.
but most of the rest of the figure will take the dye fairly well.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you'll have to boil it for the body, but
Yeah.
there we go.
That was a faster way. I spilled some of the Windsor Newton on the table, and what I
Yeah,
did,
you just
clean it up.
dropped it in it. See, there you go, Tony.
Well, yeah, nice.
It's nice
Oh, the
highlights. It looks good.
yeah, yeah. And then I wiped it up. I wiped the spill up with the paper towel, and I just took the paper towel and started wiping the paint. It's just coming right off.
There you go.
There you
That's how it
go.
works.
Screw the damn Q-tips sometimes, but still it gets all over. So you got
Exactly.
still got to take a dry one to it.
Kind of using this black wash to highlight some stuff on Tunnel Rat's shirt.
Oh yeah, Tunnel Rat's gonna get the treatment too. On his box. You have his box with you right there.
Yeah.
Does he
I got
have black pants on the box? Like he's like his old school 3 3/4 inch?
it looks black.
See what I'm saying? I was like, why is it black on the box and he got gray pants? I mean, I'm not mad at the gray pants, but you know
Yeah.
me,
You got to have it the way that you
I,
want it. I know.
I'm gonna have it.
To me, if that's not a huge deal. I mean, I
It's
don't
not a
that
it is. I agree, but I'm like, really?
I probably should not be doing this while he's just holding his gun and all his gear, but
Ah,
this is a quick, sloppy black wash, don't care kind of thing. This is just
so
getting some grime on him, really. That's all I'm really doing is trying to get a little grime on my figure. I mean, I could do this more professionally, I'm
grime on.
sure, but I'm doing some grime. Doing some grime.
You're doing that grime. You're doing that grime work. You're doing that grime work, Payne.
This this is a grime farm. There's bound to be grime. Doing some grime.
You got grime on your figure, mate. You got some grime.
I got some grime.
Grime's okay.
My
Grime's
lord, it's
okay.
grimy. It's grimy. It's
It's
grimy.
grimy.
It's
It's
not grimy.
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 Party
Yeah.
foul. Yeah,
This is
party
what you
foul.
call the
Johnny
fast
finds
and
good
dirty
stuff
way
on.
to do it all, right? I mean, sometimes you just, if I was doing painting on this, not just doing this weird black wash that I do,
Yeah.
I I would take everything off and do it individually, but I'm just trying to make them a little bit dirty. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't need my figure to be like super pristine, super clean, looks like he's never done anything in his life kind of guy.
Right out of the box.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to dirty some stuff up. All right. Now that I got that done.
Yes, Johnny, party foul. I gotta take a shot now, bro. Is that it? I gotta take a shot. I spilled the
Uh-oh.
drop.
Wow. What's he saying party foul? Oh, because you dropped your
Because I dropped some Winsor Newton, but it ended up like awesome because I'm wiping the whole top. All I just wiped when I wiped up with this, I wiped this back and all the paint's gone. Like
oh nice. Hey, hey.
it works.
There's always happy accidents. And speaking of happy
Happy
accidents,
accident. Now, where is
apparently
happy
he's
accident?
gonna want to go to Frank and Sons and
Oh, I haven't been there
California
yet
this
ever.
weekend on Sunday, and yeah, we don't have anything like that here in Oklahoma, man. We're lucky to have
I
a
don't have
toy shop
anything like
on.
that in Arizona.
We do have a couple new toy shops, but I don't know. It's just hit and miss here. All right. Where's my? Oh, it's mix time! Yay! Hope I don't fuck this up.
Oh.
All right, I got some white. I got some white.
Heard some people were bitching about Buzzer's shades. I'm like, what are you talking about? They were like almost John Lennon glasses in the comic. I remember that. The circle.
Yeah, no, they were like
Like,
the weird
what are you crying about? Yeah, they're almost like
these
John Lennon welding
cross
glasses
things.
almost. Yeah. That's what they look like when Candy socked him in the eye in the truck on the
Yeah,
comic
no,
book.
I might just try this color by itself now that I'm looking at it. I do like speed paints for some stuff, but I won't
Yeah.
say that I like them for everything.
Have you tried Army Painter?
That's what these are, Army Painter
Oh,
speed
okay.
paints.
Okay.
I've got those and I've got Vallejo that I use predominantly. Those are the two colors.
I got Vallejo and Citadel.
My thing with Citadel is the paints are too liquidy,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's just for me, it's the one or two that I've had of them. I just found them too liquidy for my taste.
Hmm.
I don't know. Is that any better? I don't know. Where are we still going?
And sometimes you just gotta let it
Mm,
sit on there.
it's
Otherwise,
not quite charcoal.
rub
We'll
it off.
work from there. We'll work from there. All right. So much. You know the funny thing about the the stuff where they have the crotch piece separated from the base.
On
You know what I'm talking about?
Joe figures or
On the hips where they have the little weird like separated crotch piece in some instances now.
yeah.
I just it's weird because of how it takes stuff, but
Oh yeah.
sometimes it takes paint well and sometimes it doesn't. It's so hit and miss, and I do not want to paint my only torpedo head.
Oh
At least not that torpedo head. Okay.
yeah. So I got everything ordered from Big Bad Toy Store because as soon as I looked, well, when I looked on Hasbro Pulse, Buzzer sold out, Hawk sold out. I'm like, okay, screw this. I went right
Yeah,
to
they got to do a better job on that because
yeah. I said,
that stuff
screw it.
shouldn't
I'm
be
just ordering
happening.
everything
We're
from
we're
one.
we're past that point where that should be happening.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, dude, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a little more
Winter
better.
Newton, the trousers are different because they're textured. So I use a little
Yeah,
sculpting to get the little paint off there, and it works pretty
well,
good. I thought it was
that's what I
gonna,
was talking about on that sculpting. When you get to that point where it's got the just
yeah,
enough of that texture to really screw with it, and you
yeah,
got to really dig in.
yeah. I did it really good on Hawk. Johnny was telling me to use a toothpick, and I got a metal. What do you call it? One of the metal sculpting tools I got, and I thought it was gonna tear up the skull, but it didn't. I used
No,
it
if you're
just enough.
gentle with it, it's not going to break
Yeah,
anything.
no,
You're
it's
not.
just gonna scrape what you need to scrape.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while, I gotta look at the camera and be like, "Am I doing this on camera?" Sometimes it's hard to see what I'm doing. I got my fingers in the way.
It takes a little getting used to. I mean, I
This is my
after
first
my
time.
month,
This is my first time, Aaron. You broke my cherry.
I don't know, poor Tony, and
Broke my
you
cherry.
had to do that with me.
Yep. Aaron broke my cherry, customizing and doing shit with
Customizing live,
on
which is always an interesting situation.
customizing, customizing live, people. Live from Oklahoma and
Fantastic. You
Arizona
get to see it
simultaneously.
happen live where we all fuck it up. You get to see the mistakes happen in real
Get to see me
time.
spill my shit, but I made a happy accident. I made the accident happy. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes they're like Bob Ross says, they're all happy accidents.
They're all
We
happy
don't make
accidents.
mistakes, we make happy accidents.
Cute little tree right here. It's just a happy little tree by himself.
Okay, come on. Uh,
Oh, the new retro Duke
ah,
looks awesome.
he does. I like the Scarlet too, but we knew that was coming. So
We knew that was coming.
uh,
Glenda repaint.
I'm hoping they don't change the size of the cards. I don't mind if they make them. I want them thicker,
Like she
but
said,
don't
they will.
change the freaking size.
That's what she
Don't do
said.
that.
Yeah.
I don't need another size card hanging on my damn wall.
Right.
Damn it. Because the retro cards I don't open. They just stay on my wall.
Oh, I had
But
a.
I
I
found
opened
a
them.
company that makes the that's gonna suck. Okay. I'll figure that out later. But they make clamshells.
Oh, who's that? Some other guy?
Do what?
Some company makes them? I know. Actually.
It was it's like I can't remember what it was. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember what it was. But they make the clamshells for those retro cards.
Mhm.
So any of the ones that came in, like unless they were like super damaged, and then I couldn't
Oh,
do
they're not.
anything with
They're not
them.
like the. They're not the
But
expensive
they're for dolls.
rating ones, are they?
They're for they're for large dolls. Like
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
that's what I'm using for those cases. At least for now, until they actually make a case that actually is a good clamshell. Because I'm all about keeping those things mint,
Yeah.
and I can also put them up on the wall in a clamshell and
Yeah.
feel
Nope.
comfortable with them being up
I
there.
just
Not
kept all my I kept all my superpowers boxes because there's a way I can open them and display them. You can put them back in and display them on the wall in the card. It looks like you never opened
yeah.
them. Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping I'm gonna have to put on a bunch of layers on this one. Is what I'm thinking because it's not doing a great job of coverage, but that's all right. Sometimes that's what happens. Yeah. Now, generally, you do a bunch of layers, don't you? Also on your stuff
Like,
when you're doing the painting, it's not usually just one layer.
yeah, no, it's just enough to get a solid layer. Like if I see, only if I see streaks and stuff. Oh, I just keep going like fucking yellow and shit that's hard. Sometimes I haven't ran into that problem too much lately. Just everything's been going pretty smooth with like a couple of layers, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I like that. I get comfortable with it, move stuff around, and then seal the shit out of it. Yeah,
And what are you using to seal on yours?
either Krylon acrylic matte or sometimes I'll use it Tester's dull coat.
Okay. So
And
you're using
sometimes,
enamel.
hmm?
So is the Krylon enamel?
No, it's acrylic.
Okay.
It's Krylon acrylic matte. Yeah. Let's see if let's see.
I know you said that, but my brain didn't process that for about 20 seconds. That's what happens when I get wrapped up in this. See, right now I'm just putting on that first base coat because I'm seeing that that's because of that black.
It's either
It's gonna
this.
require a little bit more work.
See this Tester's spray lacquer,
Oh, okay.
and then on the back you'll make sure it says above the barcode dull coat, not gloss
Dull coat.
coat. Yeah, dull coat.
Yeah, I do. I've got Tamaya matte, and it's for plastic. The only problem with this is if you look at what it does, I mean, it flattens the shit out of the paint.
Yeah,
So if you're
yeah,
using that as a final, I don't recommend it. And then I've got Mr. Super Clear. It's pretty close to the Tamaya.
nice.
And then, of course, I've got, if I want it glossy,
Yep.
this stuff works
I
pretty
usually,
good.
yeah, I'll use the Krylon matte finish. Takes that sheen out. It coats it. It protects it, non-yellowing. This is really
Yeah.
good. I don't need any shiny soldiers. I didn't really use it on Torpedo because he can get away with being having a little
Little shiny.
shine on him.
Wet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a freaking wetsuit. So, but I don't need like a shiny ass Spider-Man with the
Yeah,
company's.
I don't like it when they're overly shiny because
They're
then
so
you
wet looking. I'm like, I don't need that, dude. And then all these military figures, none of them
yeah.
are really supposed to be freaking shiny.
Well,
It's just
the
that
shininess
coloring.
is sometimes a little bit much when it makes no sense for it to be there. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm okay with the skin being shiny, that's fine, but not the actual, face
Right.
structure
Oh yeah.
or the body structures and the shirt. A cotton shirt should
Right.
not be shiny
Right.
at all. I
Mhm.
don't know about you. I don't remember the last shiny cotton shirt I had.
Well, remember that Dusty or Recondo, their torsos were super shiny and their arms weren't.
Yeah, and it just
They had super
contrasts weird.
shiny black button up. I'm like, what the hell? So no, I sprayed him down with some of that, took it all the way off, coated it. You know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
sometimes.
take it off. It just coats it to where it doesn't shine. It takes the shine off, takes the gloss off.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to
Yeah.
break down and get it a little bit darker than what you need. Okay, I know I had another gray. No, that's my black. Okay, that's my regular black. Ooh, shit. Hello. That was interesting.
What
Was
happened?
not anticipating that much black coming out, but it did, and it
Ah!
is what it is.
Shit.
Apparently, I'm gonna be using a lot of black now. Well, there was a clog. It happens.
Johnny says Krylon makes a coat called Dead Flat that makes it super flat, but almost has a chalkiness to it. Ooh.
Well, that would work out though if it has a chalkiness to it, because then that would be something you could use as basically a primer.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
That's kind of what the Tamiya does, and it's decent, but it's at the end of the day, I try
I
not
knew
to
there
do
was a
special
reason.
techniques.
I knew there was a reason I pulled Johnny from Punk Stream to come watch us. What
Maybe
they doing
Johnny
over
needs
there,
to come
Johnny?
on.
They talking.
Maybe Johnny needs to come on at some point. We can talk
Oh, he does,
customizing.
bro. He does. He needs a. I need to get him to up his game and get a camera, get an arm, or put your phone at a certain angle and hook up, do it from his phone.
Where they're looking up your nose
Put
on
it,
the
yeah.
phone. Yeah, that's always fun. That's always fun. Everybody wants to look up the nose. Okay, I guess I don't need to do that. Well, shit, I forgot. Oh, wait, it's probably dry.
Oh well, hell there.
I forgot my pin vise here thing. And how far back? So,
And now, Stalker's
right about
butt
there.
has no more camo on it.
All right, I gotta okay. You know what? I got all this stuff. I set it out here, and now I cannot. Oh, there
I
it
know
is.
you got a million things there.
You know what? I made shit complicated, Tony. That's how this shit works.
Happy says, ever find a good use for primer plus paint combo sprays? I haven't.
Vehicles, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Um, I
Damn good
wouldn't.
question.
I'm even doing. I know this is weird, but
Sorry.
I'm gonna use this and foam and some 3D printed pieces, and I'm going to, I'm gonna be doing a water moccasin. I'm gonna be doing a devil fish, but I'm doing it by building them, not
Yeah.
so. See, and Johnny's got the right idea. Sometimes you got to use it when you got a large surface area or a base or
Oh yeah.
this. I like to spray stuff when there's just enough surface area that's going to be complicated if you try to brush it.
Just when you think you know all about this bullshit, some other friend comes along and tells you some good ass advice and shit to use, and you put it to
That is
work, and
too
then
big.
it rocks.
What about you? How big are you? There it is. All right. Righty. For those of you that don't know, this is a pin vise. I'm using this, trying to figure out where this. Okay, that is bicep forearm. There we go. And it's on the outside. I don't know if I want it on the outside. I think I want it on the inside of the forearm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, to put the pin back in or take it out?
No. This is I'm drilling a hole with the pin vise
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
for poly for on the wetsuit.
Oh, I got you.
And I'm trying to decide if I want it on the top of the forearm or on the outside. What does chat think? Inside or top of forearm for poly? Because I think the top of the forearm would look better, which would be inside toward the bicep.
Yeah.
But they have it
Oh, yeah.
on the figure on the shipwreck figure. It's actually, where he's got to check his time to hold his parrot.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like that. I think I'm just gonna go top. You know what? Screw it. I've made a command decision. I am going top.
There you go.
Boop. No move.
Now the fun part in the damn trouser, frickin' what do you call it?
All right, now we're gonna see if Mr. Polly will fit. Will you fit, or am I gonna have to make that a little bit bigger? I'm gonna have to make that a little bit bigger. Okay. Next one up. Come on, fellas. Nope, you guys aren't. So next one up is that one. Hopefully it's not too big. Get to go crazy with the pin vise. This is so much fun. All right. Hoping this isn't going to be too big, but if it is, I guess whatever at this point. Shockingly, that's not.
Sometimes you don't have to heat the figure up. You just boom.
You know what? There's those times where you're eating that part anyway. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, exactly. With these Joes, you can really just bend them a little. Be careful with the ball joint, and you can just take the goddamn leg off.
The worst ones are the female figures. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
They're just ridiculously difficult. So you didn't get chance to get, you didn't do the Crimson team, did you?
No, the twins and the Baroness.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm passing on them, bro. I like the bodies and the double jointed elbows with the Baroness and all that stuff, but I'm like, I got a solid Zaymont and Tomax.
My only thing with the Baroness is they gave her the circle glasses. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's got the circle glasses. Haha. Fixed.
Boom. Look at
One poly in a wetsuit.
Nice. See, Johnny, I didn't mess it up. I didn't not using toothpicks. It's just that I don't have.
So
any
that's
toothpicks.
fixed.
I do have
Good to
toothpicks,
go.
but I like this thing. I'm using one thing only. I'm not using a bunch. I'm like getting in the what do you call it? The
When
what's up?
you move away, Tony, your mic kind of goes. Sounds like
Oh,
you're in a
okay.
pedal.
How about now?
No, you're good, but when you were moving away earlier, it kept going in and out, so your mic was kind of like doing the.
Okay.
And if you
Yeah,
think finding
it's
small
in the corner.
accessories are a
Over
problem,
here. The mic's
wait
over
till
here. Yeah.
yeah. And if you think having small accessories are a problem, wait till you get a pin vise with the really freaking tiny drill bits. Lose them bitches like nobody's
Mic right over here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Thankfully,
Can
it
you hear me?
comes with its nice case, and I don't have to mess with it. And just put it back in the case. Make sure that everything's sealed. All right. So I will let that dry for a little bit, and then do another coat. I guess I will do the neck. I forgot that I have a neck to do here.
Jeweler's drills. Yep. Hey, you know what else is a godsend, Johnny? The jeweler's goggles. The 40-year-old virgin stuff, man. I might
You
have to
know
put
what?
them
It's
on right now.
I have a set of safety glasses that has the little pull down magnifier.
Nice.
They're nice, but I don't really need them most of the jobs that I'm
I use
doing.
them. I'm using when I'm painting eyeballs and eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to paint eyeballs on this.
Yeah, I get them out, and it's the jeweler's glasses with it's white, and they have
Yeah,
a light on top of them, and it has the flip up, flip down. You can even wear them while wearing glasses.
yeah.
I don't, but because I'm nearsighted anyway. So, but I did doc like this with just my contacts on, and the other stalker buck for um hawk. So I think my eyes are good for this. And I only missed one spot on that hawk, and I just took it off, so I'm good.
There we go. Gonna go dark on her finally. Okay. I guess I should have
You
just.
went through 3 pairs in them shits.
I should have just done my regular black first, because it's giving me the color that I wanted instead of my army painter.
See, there you go. At least you found that out.
Sometimes it's just it's trial and error a lot with coloration, and you
So,
know
what
that.
all on PostCon out of all those different lines do you collect?
I'm very light in Marvel Legends, and what I mean by that by light is if it's not X-Men or X-Men adjacent, it's probably not coming home now.
Okay,
I will get Moon Knight or Daredevil. Those are my two favorite street level guys.
nice. Now we're talking my language.
So I would get those if they had, like that new one, the retro carded Moon Knight that they're releasing, which is basically just the white Moon Knight. I got that one on pre-order.
It's the Walgreens Moon Knight, right?
Yeah, but I have the black and white one, and I don't like it as much.
I don't like it either. But
Which,
one time I had put I made a photo of Blade and the Punisher and that awesome black and red armored Daredevil with the
yeah,
black suit Spidey, and then that black and white Moon Knight. Oh, they looked pretty damn cool together. I wouldn't have done that, but there was so many different cool characters that had the black type of look to them
yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Have you ever seen a guy on Instagram, Red Bolt Customs? I think it's Red Bolt,
Red
not
Bull,
Custom. Red Bolt, BOLT.
Red Bolt.
Where
No, I sure haven't.
everything they do, every figure they own is black and red.
Why?
I don't know, but there's some fascinating colorations there. I mean, they literally take every figure.
You're like Chicago Bull
Oz, you
fan?
have a link.
Oz, where you at, fool?
Mo Oz, Mo Ozzy. I got a whole show. I got a
Waiting
whole
on
we
you,
gonna talk
buddy.
about shit show. Although it's gonna
Yeah,
be a shit show of my talking
people are
about a shit
bored
show, but
watching
that's
us
all right.
tinker.
We're gonna have a shit show of a shit show. He's got to log. He's got to log in. I'm sure he's probably got to get ready. Got to get a smoke in.
Well,
So we'll be
sometimes
good
with
to go.
toy kind of move, I'm like, what did you send it to? Did you send it to Instagram? Did you send it to Facebook? Where's the stream at? Did you send it to Tony's Figs, Anthony Romo?
I'm not on Facebook, so if it's not on Instagram or Discord, you ain't getting no link.
Yeah,
No.
that's awesome. That's great. I mean, that works,
I am
but
streamlined and simplified, as I like to call it.
well, Travis wants to put it in Tony's Figs. He wants to put it in Instagram. He wants to put it in Anthony Romo, my personal one. I'm like, dude,
Pick one
how
and
did you
work
do
with
it
it.
today?
Where did you put it today, Trav?
He's over there working
It's
for
the
Mattel
amazing
right now.
hide and find it, right?
Yeah.
All right. That looks a lot better. That's much better. Should have gone with that first. Oh well. Shit happens.
Does Oz have access, or do you need to see him in the green room?
No, I sent him the link earlier today, so I know he's
Oh.
got it. Maybe he's Oh, okay. He just got home, needs coffee and a smoke. See? Told you.
Oh, nice.
So I figured. But yeah, no, yeah. There
Yeah, you
was
called it.
that
You
whole
called it all right.
yeah, I know. I know people. I know people. I know people.
You know people. You know people.
I know the people. I like the people. Now, the
So
thing
you
with the
know the
mole rat,
people.
Tony,
Yeah.
the gun is modular.
Oh,
There's a
nice.
drill bit that comes on the front as well. I have
Yeah.
that over on the other table, but yeah,
Nice.
the gun is modular. It's cool as shit.
Very dope.
And I do use occasionally. I will use markers if I need something that's like
I'll do that.
really,
Sharpie.
really, minute detail, and I know that my brushwork is going to be a little bit iffy on it,
Yeah.
rather than totally jack it up. All right, so where's my gold? Where's gold? Where'd you go? I know you're here. There's silver. Okay, there's gold. It's not yellow. You know the worst part about getting sometimes when you buy the paint kits, you end up with like 5 golds or 4. I have like 4 silvers, 5 golds.
I got like
And I'm like,
3 blue
really?
azures.
Why do I need 5 golds?
Right.
And then I have the game colors, metallics. So there's like 3 different golds in that one, which is great at times, but not when I'm looking to do a specific thing.
Right.
I need, what's my micro? No, that isn't it.
How long we been on for? I feel like I've been taking off paint for a while.
We have been on for an hour and 15 minutes.
Holy shit. No wonder I get done with a custom while watching Punk. Because he's talking shit for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, no. He
pulls it off.
He definitely likes the sound of his own voice. I'm entertaining, but I'm not, 3 hours worth of somebody listening to me shit talking my voice sometimes. That ain't me.
But
I'm all right, but
customizing.
I don't know that I could talk like he does for 3 hours straight.
That leg is done.
Well, the thing is that it's all single by himself. So I mean, I like having somebody to bounce
Right.
conversation off.
He does it by himself. Oh man, when I talk to him on the phone, I can't get a word in edgewise sometimes.
Well, yeah. We text frequently on Instagram. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, no, yes, no.
Yeah, I get one word in and he keeps going.
Okay. Great. But yeah, no. It's always interesting.
Again, here goes another leg. People, I don't know.
We got a good group of folks around us. So that's the good thing.
Hell yeah.
There he is. Oh, okay. We're outside.
Mm-hmm.
I
Get some fresh air, Ozzy.
Yeah, if you want to call it fresh air.
Sort of fresh
smoke, cigarette smoke.
Yep.
Well, there was fresh air at one point, right?
There was.
Until Oz got there.
And then I came and I polluted it,
See, this was all black a little bit ago, Tony. Now it's all gold.
Let me see.
Boop, boop, boop.
Very nice. Okay.
And then I will go back in with a black wash on some of that.
You made a pimp gold 1911.
You know what? It's gonna work for shipwreck. Let's talk about it. You know he would not hang out with nothing that wasn't a pimp gun. Come on.
Man with golden gun, shipwreck.
That's why he's running around with that damn flintlock.
Yeah. Hey, Polly, get on my arm, Polly.
Gotta have some balls to run around with a flintlock in this day and age.
Oh shit! Oh, hold on, let me cock my shit back and aim it at you.
So how we all doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I do have a short. Well, it's not. Fuck, I don't have short. Might as well call it not short
That's what she said.
thing. So we got. Hang on. Let me get my screen up here. Herbader. All right, hang on. Ooh, there it is. You to go down. There we go. And I love how this is so annoying sometimes. Share
Yeah.
screen, share screen. So much easier when I have two screens, but you
I
know,
love having.
what can
I
go
have
with?
3 right now. I've got us on YouTube. I've got our
Ooh, 3
StreamYard, and I've got a
screens.
picture of Grunt in front of me. A picture
All
of the
right,
3
so we got.
Grunt.
This was our. Obviously, this is more Joe centric. We'll get to the other thing we're
There
going
we
to talk about.
go.
But these are name only reveals, Naugahyde, but it wasn't Naugahyde and a boar. They said Naugahyde and a couple pets.
And a couple pets. So there's gonna be a boar. I don't know what else.
Pets.
I wonder if we're going to get a kangaroo and a boar.
Mm.
Oh, he's the Aussie, right? I thought a few of them were
Yeah.
Aussies. Are they all English?
Yeah.
Winking,
I think he's
blinking, and
an
nod
Aussie.
are English.
Yeah. So I think we'll get that. And then we've got the Night Creeper, which is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been wanting that for a while. At least the ninja folks do. I will get one, maybe two, but I'm not a huge ninja. It's not my thing. Cobra Ferret, so we're getting another vehicle. And then there's your retro
The
beachhead.
four-wheeler?
Yeah, it's a four-wheeler. And then
Yeah.
they'll
The
make a
one that's
tiger paw out of it.
the one that's
So
Scrap Iron and Firefly Ride and
yeah, it's the
Buzz-
blue and
Buzzer.
red four-wheeler. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got retro beachhead, retro eel, and retro snow serpent. I'm assuming the snow serpent will be the one without. They won't have a wolf gear. I would bet that's what it is. And the retro eel, I'm not sure what maybe the air tank would be different.
Yeah,
That would be
what's
the
the
only thing I can
retro
think of.
eel? Maybe they're gonna
Right?
give you an air tank like Mark II Designs just made.
Yeah, and this is from KJ. I took this from KJ's Insta because
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he
I'm
posted it already.
I had a short period of time in order to pull all this shit together, and try to get my whole thing set up for this. So
Yeah.
I had to borrow. Now here's Big
See, they're
Boa.
Big boa.
making everybody I made already.
Give me the weird guys, please. Give me more weirdos. I need more weirdos. And I love this toothless.
I'm
That's
digging the
dope.
alternate head.
And it's great. It's nice that we're getting those alternate heads. I like the dumbbells. I'm glad we got the bloody knuckles.
Right?
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
much cool stuff.
I definitely
All right.
thought that the bloody knuckles were a really good pick for him because there wasn't a lot to the vintage figure.
No, there was not.
So, and he's supposed to be, a pugilist,
Yeah.
and there's not much that you're going to give somebody like that. So, I think giving him the barbells, because he was always definitely like, with the exception of Dr. Mindbender, I feel the most jacked Cobra of them all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
it just
Who's the
makes
root
sense.
trainer?
Right.
Well, I would have liked a punching bag. That would be my only other thing that I would say I would really like. I would like a punching bag for him.
Yeah, punch and dummy would have been a nice throw in there. Because, again,
But
there's not much else you're going to give them.
the guys who do the caskets of cruelty,
Mm.
at some point with all the damn boxing gloves they keep giving us, they got to give us a dummy at some point, right?
Yeah.
And then we got Quick Kick, one of my
That's right.
favorites.
Quick kick.
I do like the alternate head with the hair. I don't know why I like it. I can't really explain it.
Because
And
he looks
look
like
at
Luke
that.
Cannon.
We get 3 sets of hands, punching hands, chop hands,
And the
Fist hand.
Kung Fu grip.
and Kung Fu grip. And
If anybody needed
I'm-
a kung fu grip, it's this dude.
Right?
yeah, exactly, right?
Mhm.
And he comes with a fudgy bar.
Oh my god.
Now, see, again, they found a very, very basic character in the vintage. as far as what he was loaded out with.
Yeah.
And they improved on it, and it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that that's also playing kind of to all of those people who were doing photos. I mean, now they have a prop. It's a
Right.
built-in prop. It was great. So, I mean, I like when they I like what they're choosing to do with the updates. When they do the updates with these characters, it's organic and it makes sense with the character.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I don't know where my
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to those others here in a second. Somehow my thing got out of order, but whatever. At this point, when I saw this yesterday, I literally wrote on KJ's post with it was holy shit balls.
Yep.
Yep.
Holy shit, fucking balls.
I mean,
That's what we need, man. Look at that thing.
Rumbler reinforced urban military battle land rig.
I love it all.
It might be half a mortgage payment, but
Oh yeah, it's
damn.
gonna be like $1,200.
Damn.
It looks good.
It's
You know.
pretty.
It looks really good, man. Look at that thing. Gosh.
And I'm all for somebody else coming out with this is what a military vehicle in a modern age looks like.
What, you don't like the soccer mom thing?
Grocery getter? No. I'll pass it.
The armored Karen mobile. That's what I say, they need those to roll up to the Starbucks here in Baltimore City so they can get their mocha
Karen mobile?
venti crap or water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
Oh.
If I can go outside and look at my car and think it looks like my car, I really don't need you. I mean, if it looks like I drive it every day, it's not a military vehicle.
Just put some sponsons on it and the freaking 50 cal on top. Shit.
Look, man, I'll give it its due. The missile pods are nice. The effects are nice. Like, I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna knock where the work's put in, but yeah, if it looks like something that should be riding around in suburbia.
Look, Ma,
a golf clubs too and a soccer ball.
Right?
Yeah.
I want the Cheerios add-on
where
pack
you can get
between
your
the
groceries
cushions
and gunfire at the same store.
A Burger King down in the back seat.
And yeah,
make sure you give me the rigs and the cup holders. Need my moisture ring.
You got 10 cup holders for people that hang on the sides. All right, so
you got some 10 cup holders, do you?
So here is Airborne, which we knew we were getting.
Love him. Love it.
I'm glad that we're getting him before the Dragonfly instead of after.
Yes,
which is great for me. So that way I can,
Now, if only they had launched him before the Dragonfly, probably could have squeezed a couple more orders for the Dragonfly.
You got a point. You got a point there, Ozzy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that
timing
made
is
people
crucial
think about getting a second. But for me, I was just like, you know what? I just need one. I don't. The realities of 6-inch vehicles
it's
are
way
going to
too
come
big.
crashing down on a lot of people's heads when they start getting the bigger stuff, like his tank and the Dragonfly. So some gold highlights on this baby. A little bit of gold, little touch, nothing special.
Yeah.
And that's just straight on the actual weapons. That's not, there's no prepping, there's no priming, there's no nothing on that.
With that Airborne, I don't know why they gave him Beachhead's gun, but who cares? I mean, with all the weapons.
You know what? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the guns, they're really interchangeable. I mean, let's just be.
They don't matter. Yeah, I already got it.
Yeah,
it's any
AR-15.
I've got a couple AR-15 bayonets anyway.
Yeah. No, if I was worried about it, I would be getting like, I'm hoping Operation Monster Force starts releasing gun packs and stuff. So, they got the one, but I know that your buddy Mark is doing the designs, right?
Yeah, it's like both of them. I think Mark II is doing some.
Oh, is it both of them? I was wondering if it was both because some of the designs look like Mark IIs and not Mark.
It's both of them.
Gridiron. So, but I would love them to start doing weapons packs. I would dig
So,
those. I
yeah.
would go ham on that.
But this airborne, I had thought, I was already thinking, oh, look at that steel core. That looks like a good buck for airborne. But then they
Yeah,
announced them. I'm like, and then they showed it. I'm like, and it's more flight suitish, plus the knee pads. And I'm like, that'll work. And it looks like he's got scrap irons like harness, his pelvic harness.
yeah.
You know,
It's
it's pretty
it's
dope. It look,
the
I
rigging.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like I everyone is one of my favorite characters,
Somebody was
favorite
crying that he
figures from the
doesn't
kid.
look enough Navajo, and I'm like, stop, dude. Some of the real Navajos don't look. I mean, he can't be a good looking,
But
you
this
know.
is an early render too, so let's be honest. They'll
Yeah,
probably do skin tone changes. This is just the sculpt itself.
it doesn't have to be, Spirit's twin. I mean, shit.
I mean, we can make him the color of torpedo, and that'd be fine too. That would be all
Yep,
right.
yep. He looks
I
he looks
mean,
great.
he's Pacific Islander, so
I like the I like the helmet. I like the nods.
I
This guy, woo!
I love the loadout.
That is insane. That's a deluxe, right?
Yeah, oh hell yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff.
it's a
That is a
lot.
lot of stuff. I really like that they're putting these like blast effects for the missiles and the rocket launchers and the stuff.
It's insane. Yeah,
I like that we're getting that. I love that secondary helmet with the metal mohawk.
they're putting their foot on the gas with all this stuff. I mean, damn.
Yeah, that to me, perfect. It's a perfect, and I don't like Metalhead as a character,
Me
mainly
neither.
because of the Deke cartoon. But you
Mhm.
know what? If we're gonna do this, then that means we're gonna get what's his name? Quick Draw.
Fast draw,
Yeah, Quick Draw.
fast
We'll get
draw, or
him
quick draw.
next.
I
It's
think it's
Quick
fast
Draw, I
draw.
think, because
Is
he's
it
basically the same character, just with on the Joe side.
Johnny?
So
Who
I'm
is it?
assuming we'll get
Quick
that.
draw or fast draw?
I think it's Quick Draw. I had him, so I think it's Quick Draw.
I think I bet money that it was fast draw. I'll bet you, Aaron.
You bet me money what? That it's Fast Draw?
It's fast draw. And no, I didn't Google him yet. Somebody.
Somebody's gonna tell us.
Where
But
Ozzy go?
he probably is logging into his computer because he was on his
Oh,
phone. Now,
look at Ryan. Look at Ryan. Look at Dreadnought.
Dreadnought say Fast Draw? All
Aaron
right.
owes me a whiskey bourbon.
All right. All right. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I should have left you.
My old vintage Real American Hero Joes were vacated in 1996.
Me too. I think after sci-fi, I stopped.
I like sci-fi, but I
I
didn't get
like
him as a
sci-fi
kid.
because it reminded
I
me
like
of
him as I
RoboCop.
like him more as an adult than I did as a kid.
I think I liked it more as a kid. I got to keep telling
But
myself, I want the realistic, but hey, they're toys. Remember, they're just.
so, what do you think about the Mutton Junkyard? I got it up.
It looks, man. I am really pleased. It looks great. I mean, I
I
had
love
made
the
a
happy
junkyard,
face.
but it looks really good. I love the harness on junkyard. I love the chill face, the angry face. Damn, I
I
would have
just I
loved.
dig it. I dig that they went that way with the happy face, that they did the drooling and the tongue
Yeah, it's
hanging out,
awesome.
and it's cool. It's doggy. He did a
I'd
dog
have
that's
loved this.
looks like a dog.
Yeah, I'd have loved a stoic face, like a head sculpt and a separate head sculpt for Mutt, but put the put the muzzle on him.
Yeah, exactly. I would have liked to got a muzzle just for because it's realistically a dog.
Yeah,
Those dogs are gonna have some muzzles in most cases.
yeah.
I would have liked them
His
both to have like matching muzzles. That would have been
all
like a
his
little touch.
yeah, all his hands are signals for the dog. That's
Yes.
great.
Yeah, that's a
That's
nice
great.
touch.
Yes. I think I'm done getting all the paint off this guy. Finally.
You think you're done or you are done?
I'm done
Nice.
with this guy.
There
He's
you
gonna
go.
be a zap. I'm just gonna clean him off some more and gear him up.
All right, so there's this backpack and the hose. I did a little dry brush on it with some white to get it to pop a little better, a little silver on the back.
Nice.
Little touchy stuff, little touchy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now what? Oh, are you dry enough to try another coat? You're getting there. Still a little tacky. All right,
Damn, that stuff
what's
is worth
next?
its weight in gold, that Windsor Newton.
Trying to figure out. Okay, that's what I'll do next. Boys, I got to put my rocket tags in
There you go.
because shit don't stay in. Look, it's your favorite friend, Loctite Ultra Gel.
That's right. Where's mine? Oh yeah.
Now, if I can just get it open, that's a trick for the day. Apparently,
Remember, kids, after doing it with this much Windsor Newton, don't rub your eyes.
yeah, the profession. All right, I'm gonna go get my. I gotta go get my friend, the
Really wet.
needle nose. I gotta go get the needle nose. All right, I'll bring Oz
But
on.
you sound like my dad. Son, go get the needle. Go give me some needle.
All right, I'm going to get my needle nose pliers because apparently my super glue is stuck. So I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. All right. I need a needle to get in there. So,
Things you never really want to come into the conversation on. My super glue is stuck.
it's stuck. I glued myself together. Yep.
Well, you know,
that was a stalker.
shit
That was a
happens.
that was a stalker, Buck. All the camo is gone.
It's your
Now he's gonna
favorite
That looks
Joe's,
great.
Oz. Animals.
be plain old zap.
It's
That's
your
right.
animals, Oz.
I'm telling you, man, I gotta get all the classifieds with their pets.
All
And
the class.
this is brilliant.
It is.
You know, I
They
heard you
gave
guys
the
already
kid-
mentioning it before. The fact that they gave him like his alternate hands are commands.
Badass.
That's a
Yeah.
brilliant touch.
Code hands for junkyard. Yep. I know, Johnny. You've stripped so many stalkers. I've been wondering about your preference.
Well, that glue's done for, but that's all right.
Johnny. I love you, Johnny.
That glue
And
is
can I say-
dead.
I'm a little jealous of the Tom Selleckness of his stash. Just saying.
You know
Yeah,
what?
He's pissed. He's ready to.
He's
ready to fight you.
he's definitely on the stash crew. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
gear up this app now.
He's right up there with Sam Elliott and Tom Selleck. Their mustaches will save the world.
Man, and Tom Selleck hasn't cut his in forever.
There we go.
Boy. I don't think he's had it
I don't know
off
how many
since
people have
Friends.
gotten these trouble bubbles, but just realize that
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
pain in the arse. Because you're gonna have to glue those rockets in. Because
Yeah, this on camera, this helmet is really freaking green. Holy crap! And then this one,
it's
is dull.
super green. I told
Look at-
you it was like lemon. It's like super fluorescent lime green.
I was
Look at
gonna
that
say
shit.
it's like 2 shades away from my one bandana that I like to wear.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'll probably use this one. This one's a duller, cooler green.
Exactly. You did. Yeah, that's really bright, Tony. You're gonna have to mute that. Some.
No,
I'm gonna have to
he's
put the
that
got-
Krylon.
idea.
Yeah, put that Krylon acrylic mat on that bitch.
no. You're gonna add some purple stripes to it. There
Yeah,
you
there
go.
you go.
That'll fix it. Purple stripes
Yeah,
on
that'll
it.
fix
What about the AR? The AR is really green too. It's not
Yeah.
this
So,
green.
Oz, you didn't get to see this earlier, but
Not this green in real life.
Look at that Cobra podium. Ooh.
so
Very
it's
nice.
the roof for my little bunker.
Okay. I'm
So it's
digging
gonna
it.
have that Cobra symbol on the top. So,
Nothing
all right.
like advertising.
That's
Exactly
right, Johnny. Ricondo has a sweet stash also.
It's
All right.
true. That's why he's always been one of my favorite figures, because even vintage him
Talk
had a
about
hell of a
that.
stash.
All
So
right.
does Bazooka.
Ah, this
Yes.
like again, I'm not even a big GI Joe guy or anything. I have my certain likes, and I do enjoy the line. I just don't really collect them. But
Right.
one sub team that has always been my favorite has been the Dreadnoks.
Same
And
here,
now,
buddy.
oh man, finally getting these guys, it's making me rethink some of my life choices.
Well, it's always the ragtag group of misfits that people seem to fall in love with.
It's true.
I'm just glad I
Because they
got
they
motorcycles
really
for
are.
each of them.
Yeah.
They're the misfits of Cobra, and they're kind of misfitty in the way that's good.
Blimey, you
Awesome.
call me a misfit.
Well, the truth behind it is, if the Joes paid better, they would have been Joes.
Exactly.
I mean,
I mean,
let's not try to say that their loyalty was to Cobra. Their loyalty was to the money they were getting.
From
Exactly.
Zartan, yeah.
exactly. And the thing is that all it would take is them being paid in the right way, and they would be fun. But except for Buzzer. Buzzer is a guy he's extremely smart, scary smart. He
Yeah.
does it because he likes chaos.
Yes.
So it's a totally
Yeah.
different aspect to that.
And
So
they've all kind of got that,
yeah.
They all, yeah,
It's
they all.
just
That's
that,
why they all work well. Yeah.
right. It's just that, most of them, the greed won out.
Yeah.
Their greed overruled everything.
Everything else. Yep, exactly. And I love the way they did his head. I love the mohawk, and I love that he's got
Yes.
that freaking eye. Apparently, he's got a smiley face eye.
Yep.
That's some weird shit.
I mean, they're giving us that nod to Last Action Hero, but realistically, in the original stuff, we never saw his eyeballs. So
No,
he
they
could
were
have
all
gone that way already.
Always on
they
the
always had
sunglasses.
shades on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I dig it. I really, again, it's one of those perfect examples of modernizing a classic character. Because here you have that more classic look, and it's about as close to perfection as you can get on a modern toy, trying to recreate the nostalgia of the old.
And the spiked bracelets and the
Yep.
spiked bands on the arms. I mean, it's awesome.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
awesome.
Now, I'm still trying to figure out what I know. We got the purple, we've got the grape soda. Here's the other
Nice.
thing. There's a cold Slither poster right here.
Nice.
I'm not
Oh.
sure what that is back there, but I have a feeling that's probably another Easter egg. And then, obviously with the drum kit. But the thing is that when we get to Buzzer, it'll pretty much. Yeah, I'm with Johnny. Yep, you're gonna have to dirty him up. I'm gonna be doing
I agree.
some paint work.
Some
They need
some
some
smudges, watches.
See, and
They
they
need
got he's got his tattoos on his forearm, on his bicep, it. I do love the little updates that they've done.
Yep.
It makes them look badass. Now, we don't have a bare midriff, and I'm just saying.
Mine
Not that I
does.
really want to see his belly, but I
Right.
am just saying. Hang on, Tony. Let me put you on solo real quick.
Right.
There's
See, bare midriff.
Yep.
midriff.
That's how it should be. I'll give it that.
Should have been bare midriff, but whatever. Just at this point. But I am glad that they're giving us the Jaws of Life.
Yes.
But it's not that huge backpack part,
Right.
so we're not having to deal with that. Because I got from Mitras Gracias Design, I got a Buzzer's backpack with the gas tank, and it was just unwieldy. It really is.
Even the one from Gridiron is kind of big and it's awesome, but it's
it's too big, and they're just
I don't
big,
want
and it's too bulky.
Yeah.
Here's the man.
Right. Oh, giving us Hawk.
I'm so happy about this one, but here's the thing. I don't like the color of that helmet. I don't like it. It's too greeny. I need it a little darker.
Darker
I don't know why it disturbs me so much, but when I saw it on the render, it wasn't as bad. But then when I see it live, I'm just like, no, it's too green.
Right. It should be a little bit more mute olive drab, kind of like what we were just talking about the other helmet that
Tony,
Tony
we're gonna
has.
show off your hawk. There he is.
Right? And I love the bomber jacket. Oh,
And I like that they weathered the bomber jacket with.
they
Yeah.
did.
So we're getting a little bit of nice touch.
Good
You
detail
know, the
work.
American flag on a patch on the shoulder, and yeah, there's all cool, all like a little cool thing.
Well, so Johnny's saying that they put the American flag on the wrong shoulder. Is it on the wrong shoulder, or is it because it's a mirrored image?
I don't
I
know.
think I
We-
think they have it on his left, and if it's on the right, it should be backwards because the star
Yeah.
is always face front.
Yeah,
Well, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is it possible that they did a mirror? Like it's
Maybe.
the image is mirrored,
I don't
but
know.
I mean,
I guess
again,
we'll find out.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
guess
ordered
we have
them
to-
from Big
Oh,
Bad
you
Tail.
managed to get them? Okay.
Yeah, I got Hawk, Buzzer Ripper, and Agent Helix, and what's that other one
Helix.
thing?
Helix.
I got
All
her.
right, so in the back of Hawks, we have
So
a
many.
claw. We have the triple T.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We have a stun,
Mm-hmm.
which is over here on the left. So
Which
that
they're
leads
doing
me-
this, they're really fleshing out the vehicle roster finally.
yeah, I'm just wondering where the hell I'm going to put all that. The claw is fine. I already have basically 2 that I did the customs on with the llama gliders, where they're the
Yep.
Viper glider and I can't remember what the Joe glider was called at the moment. My brain is, but I just do. It's just I love that they're doing little Easter eggs. I love the pack-ins that we're getting.
Johnny is bringing up another good point. He says it's not mirrored because the Abernathy name tape is on the right breast.
And it was
that's
and you can read it
true.
really right.
So yeah, if it were mirrored, that would not be there. It'd be on the left
Yeah.
side, it'd be backwards.
So they put it on the wrong shoulders. Oh,
Well, is it the right way though? It's so we can.
Oh, that's a
still
good question. Is
stars
it forward,
facing
front to
front.
back? Is what you're asking? I don't know if we've got a good shot of it or not.
Johnny, is it
No.
always supposed to be looking backwards? It looks the right way, but remember when they put it on Duke a long time ago? They really did that backwards.
Yeah,
they
we're
put it on
not.
Duke.
Somehow there is not a single shot. Wow. Okay, there's not a single shot that has that
Oh man, that Ripper.
in a good enough view that you can tell.
I'm gonna get
Interesting.
2 Hawks because I still like the blonde Hawk, but this dark-haired, gray-haired one is pretty freaking awesome too. So
I like that they gave him that little touch of age.
yeah,
There's
that was cool.
Shockwave.
Yep.
Nice riot gear officer. Love the shield.
Right.
Love that it's got, Cobras on the front. It's just cool stuff. But essentially it's, a recolored beachhead.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes.
When I first saw it, I was like, oh wait, why are they doing beachhead in blue? Because I was only mildly paying attention while I was working, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. He's
I did a
the
night
riot
court.
gear officer. So he's a riot officer.
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be the Walmart exclusive.
Oh wow,
That was
it's not right.
No, it's not. It's mainline. I was surprised.
Well, yeah, because they
I
wouldn't have
figured
put
that
it
they
on
would put
polls.
this because here's Shadow Tracker in the background of this shot,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
which
looks like
is Night Force. Which is
hello, Radical
Walmart
Toys.
exclusive.
Radical Toys just joined.
That's right.
What's up, Adam?
Well, we've got Figuratively Speaking also joined a little bit earlier too. Shout out to
he's
you,
been
buddy.
in and out. So
Okay.
yeah, no, it's interesting that we got. I love the box. I'm still not sure what the hell he's doing on the beach.
Because he's beachhead.
He should be in like an urban area. What is he doing?
Shouldn't he be like in the middle of a city
He should
trying
be
to
in the
break up
streets.
a riot? I'm just saying.
Yes.
It
He
just
should be in the streets.
you, Adam.
but-
Thank you, Aaron. I'm sorry. Radical.
I look at it and I'm just like, well, we have Toy Mama that joined. How are you? But yeah,
Toy Mama?
I looked at that image and I'm like, what?
Why is
You
he on
have the riot trooper, the urban riot trooper.
He was catching some
On a
R&R In
I
full-
don't-
full
he's getting
loadout,
R&R with his riot gear. That's
Full loadout.
fantastic.
chilling on the
That is
beach,
the
relaxing.
stores I want to go work for, because if you get to go to the beach, that's awesome.
That's how I
I
patrol.
don't, and I'm not sure what this is up here, but I'm assuming it's the Easter egg, and I'm assuming it's some type of train.
Something.
But I can't think of anything that was an Easter egg with a train. But I could, it's
Are we
been
finally getting the GI Joe train set? That giant, massive tactical train?
that'd be cool.
Look, man, if they were worried about putting out full scale 6-inch his tanks, I gotta tell you,
The tactical train would be massive. Yeah, exactly.
like,
Just imagine the track. You'd have to get a new house.
you just put Eternia and Cat Slayer to shame.
Yeah, exactly.
Your Night Force Shockwave.
See, but I do love the blue. I love the blue. I love
Yeah.
the 2-color blue. I like the powder blue. It's a cool color.
Very nice.
It is. It does look good. It looks really good.
I like it's like digicamo
Yep.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
Now-
that they're using the digicamo too.
Here's the boy, the big dog.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it, man. I mean, I could, but it's
Love
just like, oh man. Finally
Now
seeing
that I
him.
see that it's just a regular size chainsaw and it's not that ridiculous chainsaw that we got in the 25th anniversary, I'm okay with it, but I'm still going to give him my gun for my custom, but I'm probably going to change his head to my custom head.
Yeah, the
Okay.
rifle. It's like a
I'm
rifle.
not feeling that head
Ain't
at
pro.
all.
No, I like that head.
So
I don't know why I'm not feeling it. I don't know why I'm not. I
Huh.
love that it's got a widow's peak, but
Right, as it should.
I don't get it. I love all the other details. They're all
So-
great.
What does your custom head look like? Is it like mine?
It's basically Flint head with Cobra
Oh.
Trooper eyewear with a ponytail from Sabretooth.
Okay, gotcha.
This
So-
ponytail.
I mean, Buzzer was always my favorite Dreadnought. Mainly
too. It was
because
my very first one.
He was cool.
Yeah, he's
he was
awesome.
always cool.
he was so smart and he just did it because he wanted to, break shit.
Right?
And
So-
again, this is the same picture that we got with Buzzer, or not with
Ripper.
Ripper.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brain. Cold Slither poster or grape sodas. So in the drum set. So it's the same background on those two, which is
It's their
interesting.
garage.
It's the first
You'll be
time
joining
that
us soon.
They've used the same background for two different figures, though.
So
So I think this is kind of telling us this is where we're getting toward the end where they're not going to do that extra piece of art, which is going to be sad because I do like when they do these Easter egg render kind of art things.
Well-
That's what I would like them to do.
I'm kind of wondering if maybe, okay, and this is putting it out there. Maybe they may do some kind of garage.
And that would be okay.
Couple
I
of
would be okay with that.
motorcycles.
That would be nice. Or maybe
garage.
even like a swamp.
Like
I
a
know,
prefer
burnt
the
out
string
gas
sets
station.
has that swamp house.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
like,
would be cool too.
because again, they're a sub team. It's a small enough group. Oh, I just noticed the guitar back there too. I didn't notice that
Yeah.
before. With his
Yeah.
posing, you can see that
You know the drum
guitar.
set. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the
set,
drum set on the other
guitar,
one.
amplifier.
Yeah,
Amp, the grape
So-
soda.
yeah, the grape
Yep.
soda really pulls it all together.
But it's the same
Chocolate
picture.
covered donuts,
It's the same picture on the other one too. See,
Yep.
Radical Toys got it right. We need the Thunder Machine and
And
Thrasher.
Thrasher.
Exactly. Thunder Machine. Man, yeah. it
Thunder
does not
Machine
need to
only
be a
makes sense
Hazmat. It
with
does
for
not
Thrasher.
need to
I'm
be
just
a
saying.
Hazmat.
Nope. It's not big enough. It doesn't need to be one.
No, it's not a dream project. You can put that out and it'll fly off the shelf. Come on.
But
But
I'm
Tony,
thinking.
you have your buzzer, don't you?
Mine, yeah.
Why don't you-
Wouldn't it be a cool HasLab if they did like a garage? Again, it doesn't need to be a huge play set or anything like that. It can be relatively small. but
See,
they
and
could put so
you've
much
got
into it.
see yours is almost identical. I mean, let's be honest. Somebody's been cribbing your notes. Just
See,
saying.
I swear, I think they have a camera in here, man.
Somebody's cribbing your notes.
And that's
They
just
watch your channel, and then they go,
Gridiron's,
"Oh, we didn't see that."
that's Gridiron's buzzer weapon.
Yeah, I like the gun that I got for mine, but mine came with
Yeah, I have
bigger,
that one too.
so
I had to give him a sidearm. I had to put.
Yeah.
had to put another-
yeah, but no, it's I just like the way that yours looks. I like the chest work and the has the strap.
Oh man, I had to really
Blades.
got help from Giles Gifford, man. He gave me the Marshall Star.
The
He gave me
badge.
the fight wings, and those are just oh my god, Major Blood's dog tags. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice. All right.
Looks
pull this
better
back.
than theirs. Just saying.
Oh, Ozzy, you're
well,
awesome. Thank you.
I don't. Here's my only thing about him. The weird butterfly joint torn shirt.
Okay.
Well-
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought it.
It's
You guys don't like
weird.
that? He's supposed to have a torn sleeve shirt. Those are
He's-
probably
that's
Storm
fine,
Shadow
but
sleeves.
do the sculpting on the actual,
Right on the edge of the
Oh,
shirt.
I see. I
You
see
see,
what
'cause
you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's the butterfly.
put it
The
in the
butterfly
butterfly
joint is
joint.
where they did the sculpting.
Oh,
where they
maybe
did
it's how they had to do it for like tooling and move the
I'm-
shoulder.
I'm
It's,
sure
it's
they
kind of
did, but-
weird, yeah.
It is weird. It's very weird.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like you have a torn shirt, but it's tucked into itself. You know what I mean? It looks
Yeah, I do.
Exactly. That's
funky.
how it looks. Like he put
Yeah.
a vest
Weird.
over a torn T-shirt is what it looks
Yeah.
like to me now.
Okay, I see it. I see it now. Now I can't fucking unsee that.
I know, and it bugs the shit out of you, right? See, now you get it.
See, it's
Yeah,
one of
see,
those
on
things.
mine-
where
On mine, I didn't do that. I just had him have like a vest shirt.
when I saw
And
it,
that
I was like,
works.
"What the heck? No, no,
This-
no."
To me, it breaks the sculpt. Like everything else is good,
Yeah.
except the butterfly joints because of the way they did that. They could have either left it as a non-detail,
Well,
left
and
it
that's
out,
the way
kind of
that
made it look more like a vest.
My custom doesn't have where the butterfly joints are. The butterfly joints are flesh.
Right.
Eldor, what's going on, buddy? Eldor just
How you
joined.
doing, Eldor?
You got all the peeps showing up now.
All
You must have
right,
hit that prime
now
time.
we got a more modern figure in Helix, and
Mhm.
I'm happy with it. I mean, it is Helix, and
Yep.
it's something different. Although technically, she's in the comics, she uses kind of a Deus Ex Machina kind of person.
Oh,
She
okay.
remembers every form that she sees in battle, so it's kind of she's a female Snake Eyes for all intents and purposes in that
Not like a taskmaster. She's kind
run.
Of
Yeah, exactly.
I
Very
was
much
not
like a Taskmaster.
I was not
But-
familiar with this character at all. And
Yeah, she's IDW run.
Okay.
So she
her and
was
Snake Eyes go
like,
on some missions together and shit.
yeah.
okay.
Basically, she became a female version of Snake Eyes.
They're like,
Yeah.
I do like
Right.
these little blades that attach to the wrists, but I don't know that they're practical in any way, shape, or form.
Not
No,
at all.
it's-
I'll probably just
no.
use her as she's going to be a gun wielder. I don't really. I'll put the the swords in the backpack, but I don't know about
Gotta
keeping
make
those
her
up.
General Grievous or something.
No, you do not strap any type of bladed weapon to your arm. It's
Yeah, I don't.
completely stupid. There's no point to it.
What's
That
up,
sounds-
Allison?
Sounds immensely dangerous. Apparently, Happy dated the girl that inspired Agent Helix
Oh,
back when he worked at Double Helix Games.
very cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
So when I saw the screenshots of her today, I was like, she reminded me a lot of Kamakura from the Sigma 6 line, where he
Yeah,
had the more
yeah.
yellow deco.
Yeah.
And, I was like, are they doing that? So thank you guys for filling me in on who she is. I'm really glad that they've got this really cool female in the Eco Warriors, because the only things that those blades strapped to her arms are good for is picking up litter.
I don't need them at all.
She would have been fine with just swords. They did not need to strap blades to her arms.
Yeah, I
It's
think that
dumb.
was just going.
Look at all
And she's
that.
got a machete. And
Yeah,
she's got
look
a
at the machete.
I mean,
That's a
how many freaking
badass
knives does
machete.
she need? I mean, let's be honest. That's
She's gonna sit
4,
down and that thing's
5.
gonna go somewhere she
There's
don't want
probably
it.
another knife sheath in the boot. I'm just saying.
Hey,
It's a lot of damn knives.
I'll put it out there like it is. As a fan of blades, you need as many as you can carry. But I mean,
Yeah, but that
strapping them
machete
to
is
your
hanging
arms.
right off between her butt cheeks. That's
Well,
not safe. That's not safe.
all right, guys.
Just
All
saying.
right. It's
It's
not safe.
She used 2 blades and that's it.
I gotta say, shooting the galaxy
stand. I
actually
barely
did
even
really
know it.
well with these shots. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
stuff that's cool. I love the shadow on the wall of the figure. That's just cool.
What's that to the
Little
left of
lighting
her on the other
techniques.
side of the wall?
I don't know. Looks like a garbage bin.
Is it a garbage bin?
I'm not
Okay.
sure though. It
I was
could be
gonna
something
say,
else,
It
but I could
almost
be wrong.
looks kind of tankish, but they're in an urban setting, so it could be a dumpster or a
Yeah.
recycle bin.
I do like this shot, but here's my only thing about this. Honestly, if you held a gun like that, you'd whack yourself in the face the minute you fired it.
Look, Allison's putting it out there like it is. You need a
saw that,
lot of
Allison.
blades to slash the misogyny, and I
Well, that's
appreciate
true. I'm not saying that that's inaccurate.
Through all that
And
shit.
Agent Helix is a badass. I'm sorry, but
She
she's a complete badass. But it's unnecessary. And I wonder, she's got the SWAT vehicle behind her. So are they
Okay.
kind of saying that she's kind of, I don't know too many SWAT people that carry bladed weapons on their forearms, but
Nobody carries bladed weapons on the
I
forearms.
guess
'cause it's
if
a
you
bad
gotta break
idea.
shit up, that's one way to do it, right?
That's one way to do it. Jesus.
See, and Happy Torch is his favorite. And then
Okay.
he grew to like Buzzard, and we don't have Torch yet. I need Torch. Give me Torch, and I want the backpack for Torch
They're
because he
coming
can't
in
get away with it
doses.
without the backpack. I don't want him to have like the creme brulee,
Here you go.
like we were talking
There
about
it
with
is.
Ryan earlier about the what the torches that he was using, the creme brulee torch. We don't need him having that. We need him to have
You
a
want
real
this,
torch.
you want this backpack, Payne?
Yes, that backpack. Hang on. Let me get you on. Hang on.
Look, I'm just gonna say it right now. She is an absolute win. I think she is an amazing figure. Just get rid of them wrist
as the
blades.
backpack. But we got to do something
That is
about
perfect.
updating maybe his torch gun. Just a little bit.
that's I think
It needs some updating. It's kind of weird. I mean,
Nah,
it looks
they
like
just-
an acetylene torch. Well,
They need to make
you're
it
not
a,
gonna burn anybody with a
Super
bitty
Soaker.
ass.
Make it a Super Soaker 100 with
There
a
you go.
bit attached to the
It does
front.
look- yeah.
Super Soaker 100 with a bic attached to the front. That's all you need.
There you go.
It looks like a big super soaker. Look at that.
All right. Yeah. No.
Thanks, Happy.
All right. So
So
I do like the accessories. I do like that she comes with extended mag guns, but
Right.
she doesn't have any mag holders on her. So once she's out of bullets, she's pretty much dead. It's fine. Okay, hang on. All right.
That'll work.
These to me,
classic.
the 60th anniversary figures, it was a mic drop.
That kicked ass. All kinds.
Just look at how much you're getting with that.
That is
I mean,
I
I know
just-
it's going to be a deluxe figure, but damn.
Can I just say this is an absolute want? 100%.
that is so killer. They knocked it
I
out of the
hope
park.
they
with
do
that one.
something really cool with the packaging for these two. Like, remember how the 90s anniversary figs from the 60s
Yeah.
where they had that where you opened up the package and you could see inside it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It had the closure on it. I hope it's something like a NECA box where it gets closure and you can open it and see all the stuff.
Yeah.
That would be cool. And the C. So now we need an air trooper, and then we'll get at least 3 of the branches. We got to have a Marine now because we had the Army. Now we've got the Navy here. And I like that it comes with 2 heads. You get to switch it out and all this gear. I mean, this is a shitload of gear.
It
I
really
mean, Joe
is.
is killing it with how much stuff they're including with it.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny's pointing out that they made a real looking M2.
Oh yeah, for the 60th
For the
anniversary
rifle.
army.
Yeah.
Yep.
For it's like roadblocks. Machine.
All right. Now
Yeah.
this was one of the ones we didn't get to earlier, but this is one of my favorite weird.
Techno.
Weird army builders, and I'm glad we're getting him in purple because I was worried I was going to have to get like 3 MMSs, and I don't
Okay.
want that many missiles. I'm
Right.
sorry, I just don't need that many missiles in my house.
Right.
You
Bad
sure?
enough as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
How
sure?
many of them are you going to use, man? You're
Because
going to want to
I'm going to
stockpile.
end up getting. They're going to do that in a different color with Colonel Hawk, so you'll end up getting it twice. You'll get one in red and one in green. And
Granted.
eventually, you'll probably get one in black because they'll come back and put it with the, Cobra, whatever that Cobra Mauler tank was that I can't remember what it was called. But basically, it was or not Mauler, it was the Mobat recolored black.
Mobat.
All right. And I think that's everything. All right. Yeah, that's everything. All right. So now I got to go into the other file. So give me a second. I did a little research here. So
Oh,
let me
shit.
get
Aaron was
to
doing research.
This is always the fun part, and it decides it doesn't want to do this part, but we'll get there. Yes. Yes. There's what I want. There's what I want. Share. All right.
Ah,
So 4 horsemen today. This is from my email, actually. They sent this email out, but they also posted it on Instagram.
yep.
Now, you and I talked earlier, Oz, about kind of what we thought it was going to be. You kind of brought up some interesting things, but I went and did a little internet sleuthing. Now,
Lucky. I was busy working.
I didn't have a whole lot of time. So this is about as much sleuthing as you're going to get in about 40 minutes. I'm just telling you. So, 5-time deities from world mythology.
Okay.
Kronos, the Norns, Kali, Zervan, and Taisui. I don't know. I'm not Chinese. I can't figure. I'm not sure on that pronunciation. But Kronos, Greek personification of time, often confused with Cronus, the dethroned leader of the Titans. So, knowing how they kind of play with mythologies,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of thought it was going to be Father Time. Now, sculpting wise and reuse wise, that would make sense, right? I kind of have a feeling if they were going to do Father Time, it would be like super long Gandalf beard Father Time.
Yeah.
Right.
But when I started looking at these characters, I'm looking at them because I know they kind of like to kind of touch on all of these different mythologies. Because we had Sun Wukong, which was Chinese mythology. So I got this, and I pulled this up, and Kronos. There's not really a picture of him, but I kind of thought it was an interesting concept if there's these other 5 options that we didn't even think about. And the other option we kind of talked about was doing something like a more modern-ish kind of folk hero in Guy Fawkes.
Yeah. Somebody had
making
brought
it
that up.
So it's an interesting concept, but Kronos, and then we got the Norns, which are basically the goddesses of fate and destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Named Urd, Verdandri, and Skuld. They reside beside Yggdrasil. So
Yep.
this would be interesting. We would get something out of Norse mythology. Here's the one that really kind of tickled me a little bit. Kali, I did not think of, she's a goddess of destruction in Hinduism.
Yeah.
But she's also the goddess of time.
She's one with all the arms, right?
About a duet.
She's the one with all the arms in the statue of Kali.
Yeah.
She's got all kinds of arms. Yeah.
Yep. Now, knowing that and knowing the horsemen, I think that's a good possibility.
Yes.
And we haven't had a female figure obscura.
Very true. Very, very true.
So I'm kind of spitballing at these, but some of these I think this is the one I have no idea who this is. Zurvan, ancient Persian god of time, primordial creator deity.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
I wasn't familiar with him either, but he's tied to time. ChatGPT is your friend. And there's Tai Sui's Chinese god of time. Description is not entirely wrong. Each of the 16 Chinese Tai Sui gods represent a different type of year in the Chinese 60-year lunisolar calendar. So this one is more like tied to calendars.
Well, yeah, because there's more than one.
Yeah. So
And
I just kind of spitballed these and put these up there, and that's kind of what when I did the little searchy and spent my 5 minutes doing the searchy, and then
sure.
I kind of put those together and kind of came up with it, but I don't know what you're thinking. What about you, Tony? What do you think that they're gonna do? Because they've pulled some shit out of left field. If I have anything,
Man,
on
I
that
have
one.
no idea, man. That's crazy. I
Right?
have no clue, man.
We need to get Tony into customizing Mythic Legions. Just
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Woo!
Tony, you'd knock it out of the park. Do we need to make a donation to get you started or what?
Man, they have so much detail. I think it would be a lot of fun.
It would be.
That's another line, dude. I don't need to collect
it's
another
not
line.
it's not as hard to customize as you think because it takes paint base. You don't have to mess with nothing. So nice.
Send me one
and they're already flat.
You know what?
You don't have to mess
Tony,
with
I
them.
might be able to accommodate you with that. I think I got enough extra parts I could just throw something together and send your way.
Ooh, let me know, buddy.
I might
Get
be
you in
able
trouble.
to.
That's
Hey,
what we're
look,
gonna do.
somebody once did that for me. So it's time I could pay that forward a little bit.
That would be.
I might be able to do that with enough spare parts here.
That'd be so
I don't have much, but
that medieval stuff is awesome. It's crazy, but oh my gosh. So
Tony, have you seen the Cosmic Legion stuff?
Yeah, I sure have. Yep.
Ooh.
Cosmic Legions is trouble for me completely.
Oh,
the Mythic
man.
Legions is some trouble, but I can still pick and choose. But for whatever reason,
Cosmic Legions just says you need me all.
I honestly I wouldn't have gone all in on that last wave if it wasn't that it was like $30 cheaper to go all in.
Right.
So at that point, I'm just getting figures free. So
It's
Johnny's
tough
telling
to
you to
say
say no to drugs, Tony. Say no to
What
drugs.
about the Mythic Legions?
That's
Yeah.
what they are, man. Like
They're like crack, man.
I was fine. I was 100% okay with enjoying other people's Mythic Legions collections from afar and not
Same
owning
here.
it. And then they came out with that Headless Horseman, and I was like, I need it. And so I got hooked up. Buddy of mine helped me get my hands on it, and that was all she wrote. And then I did like 2 to 3 shows after that, and then everybody else I know is like starting to pick up 1 or 2, and now they're getting just as bad as me.
No,
yeah, Johnny said it. Every time me and Johnny go see Mark at the Gridiron Studios over here, he's trying to get us into Mythic Legion. He has them in I think he has them in the detox, Johnny. I'm not sure, or he has them on top, and I'm just like, look at that thing, man. That shit's crazy detail.
Dude, they are some of the most ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, the 4 Horsemen are the best there is out there right now. In my opinion, they're nailing it on price. They're nailing it on meeting demand. They are, they keep limited things limited, and they have enough product to sell to everybody who wants it and more without having an overabundance. And that's great because as newer people like me come into it, I witnessed it firsthand at PowerCon. You know, the Black Krampus. I didn't own a Krampus. So far, I've gotten every figure obscura, but I didn't have Krampus. I walked up to the table and it was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, yoink!"
Yoinks!
Like this
Yoinks
mine
and
now.
gadzooks!
It's happening, man. Yoink. So, you know, I finally got the Krampus. Now I have all of the original colored figure obscuras, and you know, I'm working on getting the repaint variants of everything, but I mean, they're just so good.
Yeah.
It's tough to say no to these figures. They are really, really excelling at what they're doing. And for me, I'm a lucky guy being in the US because they are worth the bang for the buck.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
And now they're
Well,
getting into Dio packs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
The
man.
best time to get them though is when they're doing the pre-orders because you're never going to get a better price.
If
Right.
you're in the US, I will
If you're in the US, yeah.
always keep mentioning that because you
Yeah,
know
international they get jacked.
Adam sat me down and talked with me about that, highly articulated, and after speaking with him, I will make sure to always emphasize that unfortunately, if you live in Canada, the horsemen do not give you the best price, but that's why they have e-collectibles.
Yeah. And that's where you're still going to support the secondary retailers like when you can.
Yeah, if
most of the
you don't
time
get
I
the
do.
all in, yeah, if
I
you don't get
prefer
the all in,
if they do the smaller. I like the smaller companies like Helidope and
yep.
Nerdzoic, and they're not so big that they're kind of lost in the ether like Big Bad Toy Store is sometimes.
At this
Yeah.
point, Big Bad Toy Store is pretty much just losing my business.
Really?
Well, I had to get. I went ahead and pre-ordered some of that Monster Force.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
Nice.
Did you get the General Brown
after seeing the
figure?
general figure that they put out
Yeah,
with the 3 heads, and I was just like, I'd
dude, it's
canceled my
nuts.
pre-orders before.
That General Brown figure is so dope.
I'm sorry. Anybody who's collecting Joe right now needs at least 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
You can have a
Yep.
General Flag
Yeah,
at least, and then who else?
Joe Colton.
Joe
Yeah.
Colton. At least those guys, and you can make another one. Oh no, that's never mind. That's I'm thinking about Hawk.
Right, but now we got a Hawk coming. So
Yep. I was gonna get 2 because I was telling Aaron earlier that I need to do. I'll paint one head blonde hair because I like the
Yep.
one that's from the comic, and then
Yeah.
keep one original from Hasbro. That's fine.
yeah. I don't need the super creepy zombie ones, but I got the ones that are you can't really see what they are inside their helmets, so
Yeah, I get it.
it fits more in with Joe or
Right. You can always head swap and stuff.
yeah, I mean that's one of the best parts about the figures because
I do dig the monster vibe though. It's not bad.
I think it's a really
Well-
cool concept. The whole
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh
the
yeah.
whole toy line itself is a really, really cool idea.
I don't
Give
mind
me a
supporting
Yeti.
them because it's both Marks. It's both
with
Gerwig
a chain
and
gun.
Yeti
I'm all happy. Give me
with a
that
chain
Yeti
gun.
with a chain gun, and I'll be a happy camper.
All right.
That's one of those things where I just would get because it would be just enough absurd to be in the old Joe cartoon.
Well, where's Ace at? Ace, I know you're watching right now.
Yeah, where's he at?
You heard it here. The people want a Yeti with a chain gun.
No, they
Mega
have
head.
one. Monster Force has the damn Yeti with the chain gun.
No. We need it done right. We need the ramen toy version. It's like Boss Fight Studios does fine.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that just because I want something different. May have to give up, something. I may have to give up something else in order to get those, but that's all right. I know which line I will give up.
Some
Won't
lines
be
are
mythics
becoming
or-
easier to give up.
Yep, Marvel
Did-
Legends for me. I just cherry picked.
I mean, I've pretty much given up Legends. I've pretty much given up DC Multiverse. I mean, it's gonna have to be something really, really special. I mean, I'll finish my Cyborg, but I will get that
No,
Wonder
it's a
Woman when
good
she goes
call.
on clearance, because she's just gonna sit because she's a Wonder Woman that nobody wanted.
See, for
It's
me,
kinda-
you guys are giving up on Marvel Legends. I'm just starting to get my collection. But see, my collection
Really?
is going to be so limited, so it's not going to matter.
Yeah. Well, see, I have almost all of them that I want from there. I have
Right.
my X-Men, I have my Avengers, I have my Marvel Knights, I have
There you
villains
go.
that I wanted, I have the gangster villains I wanted. So it's like I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you get to a
I
point
have
where you can
X-Men,
finish
Gold
one.
Team, Blue Team, and then some. So
For me, it's the Age of Apocalypse, guys.
really? Okay.
That was my favorite storyline in the 90s,
Okay.
Age of Apocalypse.
Got you.
So I
Feel
I
you,
still
dog.
state that Wolverine is an abomination and should be stricken from the earth.
nope,
I'm with
it's my
him.
favorite Wolverine.
That one-handed Wolverine, get out of here.
I loved him, man. I loved
No,
him.
no, no. The character is fine. It's just that fucking Marvel Legend is awful.
Okay, no, I will admit that because like I don't know if it's just the one I
I
got,
love the
but his
Wolverine
claws
character. I love the Weapon X character, but I do not like that
I do not
Wolverine
like that. I
figure.
don't
It's
like
terrible.
the one that I got, his claws all janky, and like one of them fell out.
And his hair's all weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, his hair was really wild in
His
that
hair's
comic.
weird, period.
Wasn't that damn wild?
I don't know. It was wild in that comic. I mean, go grab the graphic
Wow.
novel right now. It was wild. It was not uniform. And then Dark Beast had the same hair, but with
Yeah.
braids.
Exactly. When Wolverine and Beast have the same hair, somebody screwed up.
John Byrne?
Somebody
No.
was just drawing whatever at that point.
That was blasphemy. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm running out of black finally. I used up all the black I spilled, Tony. Yay.
Really, I got like 3 Vallejo blacks right here.
That's one of
Well,
those
this is
colors
the
you can't
game
have
color
enough of.
black, and I used, I squirted out a bunch. I didn't think
Now
I
I'm
was going to
making
actually
that.
use it all,
I'm making that zap,
but
and I need
miraculously I did. I don't know how that works out, but I did.
So I was looking a bit more into what people were thinking for the figure obscure release tomorrow.
Okay.
And so again, Jesse and I were talking about it a little bit earlier tonight, and really just, Guy Fawkes is like a folk hero, but he's a real person that, completely totally existed.
Yeah, it would
So
be their
there's
first historical.
remember the something of November.
the
whatever?
5th of November.
Okay.
So he the thing that people are pointing out about that though is like, it's kind of a clock face. Big Ben was in London, pretty close to Parliament. You've got it's pointing to the 5. The other hand looks like it could be pointing to the 11. So that would be 11/5, November 5th.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still kind of a reach.
It could also be Peter Pan too.
That's true. Oh,
So
that'd be
there's- I mean,
wicked,
that's-
especially if it were like an evil, twisted Peter Pan.
Yeah,
Um,
because they use the Big Ben image with Peter Pan quite a bit in a lot of the
Right.
Disney.
Yep. So then I noticed somebody was mentioning like maybe a Jack the Ripper or Spring-Heeled Jack.
That would be interesting.
Spring-Heeled Jack would probably be more along the lines of Figure Obscura with the mythological aspect to it.
Yeah.
Because he was just he's basically almost a cryptid at this point.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. But as Eldor is mentioning in the chat, Captain Hook
Yeah.
could be an interesting somebody had mentioned about Captain Hook, and that kind of piqued my eye because one of the things that I would really enjoy if they were doing like say a Captain Hook would be we're adding pirate parts to future possible legions, because they did.
happy because he worked in the video game industry. Said, "Would anybody believe me if I said I used to speak with Joe Mad on the phone?"
No kidding. Actually, I find it hard to believe that you carried a physical little black book.
Yeah.
Pimp from the old days.
You expect me to believe you actually carried a real little black book? You didn't just write it on a napkin?
Like the Fonzie. It's like Fonz.
He says he did. He's the Fonz. He walked up and he stayed upset. Hey,
Hey, give me your number,
Hey,
girl.
yo.
let me go kick
Okay,
this soda
okay,
machine. Oh, it
agree.
didn't work.
Where's
Let
my
me kick it
head?
again and again and again.
The jukebox.
I was thinking more modern times. We didn't have enough vending machines. Or jukeboxes, rather. Plenty of vending machines.
Yeah.
Payphones, man.
Payphone.
You know what? Most people nowadays don't know what the hell a payphone is.
I was in a group on Facebook for, they called themselves a hacking group or whatever like that. It's just a bunch of tech nerds, really. But every time we spotted a payphone, we had to take a picture of it and post it to the group. It was one of the group rules.
Can't imagine you found 2 million phones.
I actually found 4.
In Baltimore area?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Well, actually, at least 2 of them were what used to be what the payphones were hung on.
Oh, okay. So
The phones weren't there anymore, but the cabinet that they were in or held in was still there. But 2 others that I found were there and they worked. But that's because I used to ride our light rail a lot. So at a lot of the stops, there would actually still be a payphone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep.
It's weird how far we've kind of just changed, and our generation kind of got to see all that change.
Yeah, we did.
Because we went from nothing connected to everything's connected.
Right.
We went from rotary to touchtone to talk.
Yeah.
To the brick phone.
Yep. We went from watching, Star Trek as a janky thing on TV to quite a bit of the technology they use as a reality, including what we're doing now.
Well, even add in the data pads from the next generation. What do we have now in our homes?
Yep.
Not too many homes that don't have some form of,
tablet and smart devices.
Tablet. Yeah.
Some form of Siri, some form of Echo, all that.
Right. That's why I love watching shows or movies like Alien, which is supposed to be set so far into the future. And now I look at look at their computers and stuff that they're using, and I'm like, oh yeah, we blew past that.
Yep.
We still can't travel through space like they do, but we've blown past that computer.
Well, Star Wars was always the funny one, especially if you look at the first, the original first 3.
Right. Why is the technology so much better in the prequels?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, blinking diodes and, waiting for that Romanian wholesaler from Megamind to come through. I've been watching too much, having to listen to too many kids' movies.
I don't like that belt that loose.
I'm now using a toothpick to push back this epoxy sculpt so I can try to get something that resembles a head that doesn't have a misshapen part to it.
Lots of people's heads are misshapen.
Yeah, but I'm the thing is that it had the big old, gappy part where his hair necks, because this is the shipwreck head that has the hairpiece. and
Okay.
there's a big old gap in the center of it, which really makes it awkward to do.
Hairpiece. I have hairpiece on my head.
Yes, he has a
I have
headpiece.
Hairpiece on my
I
head.
have hairpiece.
Dude, I don't care where you got the herpes. Get the fuck away from me.
You got the hurt. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's so I'm trying to sculpt the wetsuit hat
Okay.
on it, and it was cooperating a little bit, and then my fingers got too wet, and then I had to give it a few minutes to dry off, and then came back to it
Fingers getting wet. Mm-hmm.
using some a toothpick to push it back from the edges and trying to make it more angled and make it a little more angular and making it a little more eerie, making the ear show up a little bit more
The
so
ears.
it doesn't look so awkward. Kind of rolling stuff so it's not misshapen, and like it should be circular, and it's not circular. It's more currently it's oblong, if anything.
Right. So what else did you guys think about the PulseCon news drops today?
I'm glad we're getting Crystar. I really thought about pre-ordering him. I mean, I love that we're kind of digging into those wells again. I have
Yeah.
a feeling that if he doesn't sell well, that we won't get the rest of the guys. But
Right.
I'm digging that they're kind of trying something different finally.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like that Void Build-A-Figure too that they got going on.
Yeah,
It looks pretty cool.
I would have loved if it was had articulated arms more. I mean, that would have made
Definitely. Yeah, it's more of a statue at this point because of that.
Yeah, they're just there. Yeah.
But I do like that it was cool looking. I was okay with it being cool. Like the Star Wars team is the Star Wars team. At some point you just.
Well, they announced some okay stuff.
The thing is,
Old
though,
school stuff.
how many troopers, clone troopers, the same body, the same stuff.
Well,
there's not a whole lot of innovation going there, and
well,
it's
I'm digging.
disappointing and sad, but it's not unexpected when you don't have a whole lot of. Let's imagine Star Wars if they didn't have ongoing series.
Right.
At
Well,
what point do you have enough Darth Vaders and enough Luke Skywalkers and enough Yodas?
Well, we used to love the world building that they did. And, they were doing all these really deep cuts of different characters that you just randomly saw in the background, and you got a toy of them. And they need to really kind of get back to doing a bit of that.
Exactly.
But one thing that I definitely enjoyed from the Star Wars stuff was seeing Jedi Revan and the good guy version of HK-47. That was pretty cool for fans of us of the Old Republic.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed seeing I'm just going to call it the Ray Stevenson figure.
Yeah.
That's Balin,
I'm
digging that. Balin
skull.
and Shin. I'm all about that. I'll take those. And I don't even like,
but again,
I'm not into Star Wars collecting anymore.
That they didn't have.
But I'm really appreciative that, again, first off, I love Ray Stevenson as an actor, so I'll just buy his figure for that alone. Not to mention I can kind of make a old man Frank if I get a Punisher figure from Punisher Warzone. That would be pretty badass, I think.
Well, he's Volstagg too, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I'm not a Transformers guy, and I looked at some of the stuff, but I didn't see anything that was really standing out to me. I only get the core class ones, so it was
okay.
The only reason I only get core class of characters that I know.
Yeah,
So
no, that's a
Dinobots,
smart way.
Optimus, Bumblebee.
Yeah, that's a smart way to keep it to a confined collection, though. You got a very, very niche few, and you can still get in on the fun. Because there's sometimes I'm looking at Transformer stuff, and I'm like, man, I'd love to do this, but I just can't. I
It's
will
it's a
say,
never-ending hole, is what it is. That's
yeah,
what Transformers is. It's a lot like it's a lot like Mythic Legions.
yep,
It can be a deep, dark hole, or it can be a nice little bat. You get to dip your toes in. And the core class for me works perfect for doing that. Just I get to dip my toes in, but I get to have
sure,
the characters that I want, and I get to pick and choose them. Now I don't have to get them all, and that's the best part.
yeah. Well,
So it's nice, and I get the cheapest Transformers they have. So
there you go. For me, I was checking those out, and I actually got really excited because when my son, when he was an infant and toddler, he used to love watching Rescue Bots.
okay, and they
And they
made the
announced,
Rescue Bots guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you got Chase coming out now. And I'm like, oh, because, Connor only ever had the ones that were like, the one step transformable ones.
yeah.
And, he's older now. He's 8 years old. That kind of stuff is getting, a little lame for him. He still thinks they're cool, but just like, you know, he doesn't really want to play with them as much.
Yeah.
So now they're coming out with Transformers that he is familiar with, that he really likes, that
Or
are
in that
upgraded
advanced scale. Yeah,
versions. So I'm thinking I might have to pick that up for him for Christmas. And I'll say that easily here on this because no offense, Aaron, I know he's not watching your channel.
yeah. No, that's fine.
So I'm lucky here. I can't trust that he won't accidentally see me talk about something I'm getting him on mine.
Right. He was not going to.
Somebody just screen capped that and didn't send it to you. It was
I
black.
already did.
All right, if anybody tries that crap, I will hunt you down.
Just
But
because you said that.
it's true. This is the internet, so we all know what's coming next.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that and the leader class Tigerhawk,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because I was always a fan of Beast Wars, and I'm sorry, Tigerhawk was just one of those cool guys. It sucked because like he showed up in the shows up in the actual series, and he's like in 3 episodes, and that's it. He's done.
A lot of yeah, they did let a lot of that at one point where it was just you get short periods with people and they just disappear.
They're done.
Where did he go?
Completely obliterated. Well, it was the end of the series, so they had 3 episodes left, and he got
Yeah.
destroyed. So
Exactly.
and then they went off and did that stupid thing called Beast Machines, and I will say, I'm sorry, that was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't.
After Beast Wars,
I didn't really like that show. I
Mm-mm.
liked Beast Wars, but I didn't like Beast Machines, and I tried to like it, but it wasn't gonna
Beast
happen.
Wars was a bit of a rough start. I mean, it started off very reminiscent of original Transformers without humans, though, because
Yeah.
there were no humans, but it was very, good guys, bad guys looking for Energon so that they can try to fix themselves up and get off the planet or whatever.
Right.
And then it eventually, like, the story evolved into its own actual thing. And it became really kind of cool, and it dove into more deep Transformer lore, which was really neat.
Yeah.
And then finally, by like the 3rd season, like I'm invested in this really deep, awesome story. And it's like, nope, that's it. It's done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that was kind of the way it worked, right? In the 90s, they just,
Yeah. We'll give you 3 seasons, get your appetite wet, and then you're cut off. You're done. We're done with you. Or we're just going to cancel you after 12 episodes, and that's all you get.
Exactly.
And be done. Yep.
Or we're gonna get into a licensing pissing contest with somebody, and we're gonna cancel it because we don't want to pay the licensing fee.
We're done. We just don't want to.
Yeah.
Shit on everybody.
Exactly.
So you guys were big fans of all the D&D news, I know, right?
You know what? I would have loved to get a Tiamat, but you know what? That was
We didn't even get anything like that. They were just like, vote on who your best bad guy is, and everybody's like, the Tiamat, it's a freaking dragon. And they were like,
exactly.
Yep, Tiamat, cool. Okay, are you doing something here?
Are we moving on from there?
They're
Yeah,
all
exactly.
just like, all right, guys, so Magic the Gathering's up next.
you know, the thing is that they didn't really. What else do they have to do? Is you got a War Duke and a few other guys that they can actually do that it came from the cartoon?
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing. Like, they came up and they were like, we got this cool box set coming out, and now we're going to show off everything that we already have out. So go pick it up on, Hasbro Pulse right now, because it's all already available. Go buy it, people. What are you doing?
Go get it.
Yeah.
And that was kind of all they had. And I mean, I'm not mad about that. That's fine. It's D&D. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's not a whole lot more they could do. But I was hoping like some kind of a big announcement about Tiamat. Like, just would have been nice.
Or you could give me a Avenger pony. I mean, that's fine.
Hey, there we go. Why not, right? People are loving ponies right now. Well, horses in general. Seriously, look at what the horsemen are doing. McFarlane, one of his best Build-A-Figures was a damn horse.
The damn seahorse. I had
The
to freaking
seahorse that's
pre-order it
coming?
for Merman.
Right?
Damn it.
Right?
There we go. It's a little better.
There you go.
Okay.
Toothpick is your friend when in doubt.
I know you're making a fumbles, right? That's fumbles.
Yes. It's more like
Fumbles. It was always fumbles.
my hand stuff. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's over on Lawrence is here. Hang on, let's. Where did it go? Hang on, where'd it go? Where'd it go? When I saw
Just
that
had
he was
buzzer
going, I was
on.
like, "You mother! I'm gonna
happened?
hunt you down."
Oh, now they're talking about Shockwave.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but how many people is he watching him?
How many people's what?
As many as they
Watching
want.
it.
How many people's watching? I don't know. I can't tell. I can never tell.
Take him out in the yard.
Hold on.
Take him out in the yard.
I'll tell you.
All right, sunny skin tone.
Mr. YouTube expert over here.
How many is in Punk's chat right now? With Matson and Ed.
Yeah.
Actually, the crowd.
Wow,
seems to be spread.
Nolan has no interest in Shockwave. Wow.
Nolan? What?
Yeah.
Wait,
He has no interest in Shockwave. I can't believe that.
Don't believe it. That's not
What he
really
said.
Nolan.
That's what he said, that crazy fool.
That's not really Nolan.
That's not right. No, that's not right.
That's somebody pretending to be Nolan.
Yeah, it gotta be.
I said not even a Night Force Shockwave.
Right?
Yeah. I made one
sorry,
of those.
I think
I'm safe with that because I knew when they were going to make Shockwave, they're going to make the blue one. So I just went ahead and made the Night Force one. Yeah, I love the gray, black, and green whole aesthetic of Night Force. My first love of any sub team, Joe, is a Dreadnoks, and then it's Night Force.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Lawrence has got 51.
51.
51.
Everybody's over there playing with Lawrence.
That's their problem.
I'm gonna give Lawrence business. Business.
See, there's the Night Force Shockwave.
Giving him some shit.
Let me just go pop into his chat and say, hey, what's up, everybody? And see how many people jump over here.
I know. What's going on here?
No, I'm not going to do that to Lawrence. I actually like him. I will say hello to people, though.
I would do it.
I'm giving him shit. But it's not just him. There's other people that have doing a show tonight. That is not dark enough.
Well, I was going to say I was already checking out Off World.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're every Friday, so it's not like it's anybody.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people doing the PulseCon shows tonight. And
a lot of extra coverage tonight.
There's a lot of people that don't know who Shockwave is. Is he an army builder? No.
No.
I mean, technically, you get away with making him an army builder. You
can because he looks like a riot control.
I mean, you can make Grunt a freaking army builder.
That's what I kept saying about Grunt. Like he's an army builder because all you gotta do is put that.
I just took off the E4 Graves off.
Right.
Yeah, and then I put the steel.
You put the steel core helmet on him, and he's now an army builder
right there. Yeah.
He's got just a generic enough loadout that he's actually quite perfect for that.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, my lovely
I
paint
only need,
slash nail polish mixer. All right,
Two
we're
more
gonna try it this
OGs.
way. See if I can't get this to work, because this is making me crazy.
Oh, they just brought me up in the chat.
Did they?
Yeah. Well, I said, hey guys, and they pulled it up.
Watch this.
Just tell him I'm currently giving him dirty looks from the front of my toy here. All right.
I will.
I said, "What's up, you clowns?"
Look, careful with terminology like clowns, bozo. You don't want to say those kind of terms.
Did
All right,
you
I
see
should-
that? Oh, that was so
Oh my-
funny.
Yeah, I watched it.
I watched it and I'm like,
man.
I don't know. I have
What
my
did he
own
do?
opinions. I like all three of them, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
I'm-
don't know those guys. Like, I mean,
Oh,
of
yeah?
course, I know Shartimus. Yeah, who doesn't? You watch
Yeah,
it
I'm
quite a
down
bit.
with all. I'm cool with all three. I mean, I don't
But-
talk to any of them, but Boog's been on a toy kind of mood, but on the day I
Right.
was off of it. But other than that, he's always been cool. He's always been a big time Hasbro guy and photography guy. I don't remember any time he said he invented it or whatever and all this bullshit people are saying. But I mean, and I really don't think Talker is racist at all. It's just different people. It went too far and silly, and I don't
It's
know.
toys. Stop.
It's
fucking
toys,
taking
dude.
this seriously.
Mhm.
Yeah, chill out.
I don't get it.
Like,
I don't get it. It's fucking toys.
it don't make no sense to be getting upset about this stuff.
I mean, it's when Talker made that video, and you don't even know Boog. If I was Boog, I'd have got pissed off too. But
Well, yeah,
but how
'cause-
you don't even know the dude. If you knew him and he knew you were fucking around, that's one thing. But if you said that about me and I don't know you, well, we got a problem because that was a crazy video. You got to admit it. He
Yes.
took it down since then, but I'm like, whoa, dude. I mean, if I saw you on the street, we'd have a problem after you made that video. I'm like, really? Is that? And then you're gonna hide behind it was jokes. It was jokes. There's this man. My daughter does that sometimes. No, I was just joking. You can't hide behind. I was just joking all the time, especially when you don't know me.
Generally, you'll find that people say that they were just joking, know that they shouldn't have done it to begin with.
Exactly.
That's right. It's like saying no
I'll tell you from
offense
experience.
when you know you're about to say something offensive.
Exactly.
Yeah. No offense. Well, motherfucker, I'm gonna take offense because I know your ass is gonna say something you're not supposed to say.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Right. You know?
I know you're gonna take offense, but no offense. You're a fucking dick.
Yeah. You know, I heard about it and I went to go check it out, and all I did was walk away from it thinking, all right, well, there's two guys that I didn't know about that now I kind of think are you know, we
just
keep
too.
throwing-
Yeah.
people throw around that term kidults, right? And they don't like being called it.
I don't mind it. Well, not one bit. I don't
Right?
care.
I kind of celebrate it now. Like at first I was a little offended, but then I'm like, you know what? No, I kind of celebrate this because yeah, I'm an
I'm a
adult that
kiddo.
likes
You know why?
kid
You know why
things.
we're
I'm a kid
kiddos?
at
We do
heart.
this stuff. Hey, we have our houses. We have our loved ones. We pay our fucking bills. We have our jobs. We do our shit we're supposed to. We raise our kids.
Right.
We do all that shit. What point? I mean, this is the way I entertain myself sometimes. Other times
Yes.
I go play pool and drink beer. Sometimes I go do this and do that. Sometimes I go out on
Right.
dates. This is my
Well, this
fucking
is what
hobby. If you don't
I
like it,
enjoy. Right.
exactly.
You know, I'm not gonna yuck somebody else's yum. It's just not how it works. So,
Exactly,
you know,
dude. You get
I
more
don't
friends
care.
that way when you don't. Yeah.
Right. I'm not necessarily gonna appreciate when somebody else says, you know, what I'm doing is wrong. But you know what? Like, hey, you don't like it, go fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
So
from making customs and being in social media the way I am with Instagram, Facebook, and all the customizing groups, I wouldn't have met all these people on
Yeah.
online. You
mhm.
guys, Travis, to what kind of mood?
Right.
Pains, all these different people
So
that
many
doing the
great,
same shit
amazing
I do.
people.
Yeah, because I was telling Aaron earlier that none of my buddies do this. They
Nope.
don't knock me for it. They cool. They think it's cool. What, your live streams, your podcasting? Oh, that's cool. You made money on your custom. Yeah, but I mean, they don't. If they don't dig it, they don't dig it. Or if they know they think it's Tony's thing. It's Tony's thing. But I got all kinds of. I mean, all these dudes on all these podcasts, all these shows, giving me props, showing love in the groups, and encouraging me to do my own YouTube one of these days. Dude, I got so
Mhm.
much help. I'm like,
Right?
it's
You'll be
awesome.
fine.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's awesome.
So-
And wow.
At the end of the day, this is toys, and you're
Yes.
fighting over
Well,
somebody talking stuff about you because you don't like the way they said something, or you act like a fucking juvenile and do something juvenile, and then somebody calls you out because you're being juvenile,
yeah.
Yeah,
and then you get offended about it.
Right.
yeah,
So
and then it's one thing. No, go ahead, Oz.
I was gonna say, for people that get offended and don't like being called a kidult, they sure as hell forgot the adult part of the name. You know, they act like a bunch of kids.
Better. It's just that's
Like,
the way, man.
they act, so many people acting like a bunch of kids out here, and but they're gonna get offended if somebody calls them a kidult. Like, I'm a grown ass man. Okay, well, fucking act like it then.
Ones with money making companies and so many followers are the worst ones.
Right?
Damn.
It's just.
And then they want to rank and bag and talk shit about a mom and pop store. And then,
Yeah.
dude, you're saying stuff you would never say to that guy's face. Shut up. You know what I mean?
Yup.
So you would never say this to their face. You're big and you're big and bad behind the keyboard, behind the camera, but you wouldn't say it.
All of them.
I mean,
That's why this place is a positive place where I'm at.
that's what I was
staying
going to say.
positive
Right.
mode.
I was going to say,
Because
I start
I don't need
customizing
drama.
superpowers and going to Kenner superpowers groups. That's nothing but
Yeah.
love and no drama at all.
Right?
Yeah, it's
And-
like this is different. I'm like,
My-
wow, you guys show love like no other.
My Motu family,
Yeah.
there's a very dark side and crappy side to Motu. I ain't gonna act like Kevin Smith didn't get like hate and death threats and everything like that, but
I like Revelation.
I love Revelation. The side of Masters of the Universe, that fandom that I go around in, we tend to celebrate even the different stuff. Like, yeah, some people don't like it, but they're also not going to knock you for liking what you do like.
Dude, I was
know?
telling Aaron, I kept seeing this guy in the stores. I kept seeing him like that looks like an awesome figure. And it's been out for a while. So I finally did it.
Yes.
And got the 60th anniversary? Is it 60?
40th.
40th. Dude, this figure is freaking perfect.
He's great. He is phenomenal. And the one that came in the 2-pack with Skeletor, that was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah.
Is that just amount better that it needs to be.
Look at this is insane. Look at
Which is why it stays in the box.
That's
it
what I
stays
wanted
in
to
the
ask.
closet.
Who's the sculptor of these guys? Jesus.
Right now, I couldn't tell you who's actually sculpting the figures. I could tell you about the team that's working on the boxes.
Oh, okay. I told Aaron I want to do the orange that's in his shield on the, just to hook up the axe. The axe don't have it.
Yeah. Well, that's because they designed his weapons to look like the weapons from the original figure. Just
the OG. Okay.
Yeah, solid. His paint app on his harness, his paint app on the shield is how the original figure was. And then the sword looks like that straight, bland, solid color plastic. The axe, solid color plastic.
Yeah.
They did that intentionally with the lack of paint apps, which is why it really surprised me that they were trying to do the wash. Like the original
Yeah, they had that
pictures
weird
they
wash of it.
took for that figure like the guy just looked dirty because they did a really sloppy, like last minute.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it looked horrible. I'm glad to see that they fixed all of that, most of that, by the time we got it.
Yeah. And this freaking group is insane.
Oh man, McFarlane toys with their superpowers. It's good stuff, man. And it's at that right price point.
Yeah, that's why I'm collecting it. It's $10 a fig.
Right? Like, how can you be mad at this? This is good.
And
I mean,
we never got this back in the day. Gee.
Right? Now, I will admit, when he first announced he was doing that, I kept joking that he was just going to give you an empty box.
Nice.
The invisible jet, all you getting is an empty box. You can put your Wonder Woman inside.
And then I had to do this to Fei Long.
Well,
Oh,
I don't-
nice.
yeah.
Nice.
You know, Tony, that Monday is
He's having a
Ken.
dog. It's what?
They're gonna Ken is up.
Oh, yeah.
Go up
But
for
you know
pre-order
what?
on Monday.
My BBTS still hasn't shipped Chun-Li yet, and people are finding her in stores somewhere. Some Targets.
You'll get her in October.
October. Okay.
All
That's
the
starting to
distributors,
become the
secondary market is getting them in October.
Jada Toys, bro. Nice.
They were
Jada Toys,
unexpected coming to the actual action figure market. I mean,
right?
freaking die cast cars, and now you want to go into action figures, and you're producing
is
top.
weird.
I mean,
That is
they're
totally
killing
weird. I'm
it
like,
right
wow,
now.
really?
they're fantastically
Nobody
balanced.
has expected Jada Toys to do what they're doing right now.
Exactly.
And
Fine.
I'm sorry, like I first started looking at their stuff when they were doing the when Count Chocula came out.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's
You know,
weird stuff.
I love Count Chocula, Frankenberry. Now we got Boo Berry. I cannot wait for Boo Berry. And he's glow in the dark, which just endears him to me even more. Everybody knows who watches my stuff. I love glow in the dark.
You
I'm a
love the
sucker for it.
glowies, yes.
And
You and Lawrence love that glow in the dark stuff.
it's like my favorite action feature. I have no idea why. Maybe it was like some deep-seated thing of mine as a kid. Maybe I was like, I don't know, afraid of the dark. Now I thrive in it, but I think is the best feature for a toy ever. And it's like it's expensive, but it's really simple. You just mix some glow in the dark stuff in with the plastic and boom, there it is. But you don't have to do a whole lot of engineering to make glow in the dark work.
No. As long
So
as you get the right amount of glowy
Right.
powder.
Because you also don't want to have that really dull bore glow in the dark
Yeah.
that some toys just seem to have. That's the only way you mess it up.
Right.
So
But-
no, Jada's doing great stuff. I kind of like where we're kind of at in the toy markets as it is, and then of course we got the Monster Force, and that whole just something different, even in the military line.
Yep.
But it's also a horror themed line, which is
Yes.
going to appeal to a lot of different folks.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, Yeti with a freaking chain gun, man.
I give me the Yeti with the chain gun. That screams GI Joe cartoon. I'm sorry, it does.
How does that not sell you on it?
I don't know.
It's kind of like when I first saw the Ninja Turtle mecha things. Like, look, up until this exact moment, I did not know that I needed this. And now that it's here, I'm wondering how I went through my whole life not knowing I needed this. And a Yeti with a chain gun is definitely on that level.
Exactly.
Where does this Yeti with a chain gun thing come from?
Monster Force.
Oh, okay.
They have a fucking Yeti with a chain gun.
Right?
They showed it at Joe Fest.
And Tony, now that you know this, tell me you don't need that. You need that. You need that. And he's a Yeti, so you paint him up in brown, and now you have Sasquatch with a chain gun.
Yeah.
No, I think they're actually doing him in both.
I know they're doing it in both colors.
So you don't have to waste. You don't have to waste time painting it. That's even
But you get
better.
to make it. Yeah, that's true. You really don't, but you can make it look better than they will. That's
Nah,
just how
there'd be
it
some.
is.
There would be some, washes done. Just
Well, I was
to
gonna say their
highlight.
paint apps are really good too.
Yeah.
Like on the finalized figures and stuff that they've shown off.
Yeah.
Like what they actually have, those paint apps are on
All
point.
right, so I'm trying to get a base coat that's close to this. It's not quite the sunrise color that I would like, but I can, I got a base coat down, so we'll go from there.
There you go.
That's how that works. I kind of got the base coat on this too. It's more of a charcoal for the version 2 shipwreck, so it's not too bad. It darkened up quite a bit. I was a little worried about how light it was, but the legs are
Right.
the worst. Torso's not great, but it's better. I got this, went this from green to a little bit blacker and greener. So all in
And
all, it was busy and productive. And I got, the washes on that look great. The washes on that one is okay. It does do a little bit more.
that's
I
new
think.
tunnel rat, Tony.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'm
God, he's such a
debating.
good figure.
I think I wanna.
so this I did a little wash on. I
I
think
want to
it
paint
turned
his
out
legs
right.
black. Yeah, I think I want those pants to be black.
Yeah.
Well, they should
Yeah.
at least have dirt or mud smudges on them. He's tunnel rat.
Because they're
Well, that's
so
why I
good.
did this to this. This is all this stuff where you see all the black on this is
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's all me doing the wash on it earlier. So
Right. Right.
and then of course this one actually turned out the best.
Oh yeah, man. That really does bring out a lot more detail now that you've done that.
Nice.
That looks so much better.
Yeah, so I'll probably have to do that to all 5 of them.
Yes, you will, because they're all going to come out of that box pristine.
Yeah. And I did a little bit of dirt on him. I mean, you can see his face is there
Right.
with a bit more dirt.
He needs to.
It's not sparkly shiny like Tony's.
But
Well, that's good that you can see the difference, though.
Because I went and I dirtied him up with my black wash. Just
oh, you're trying to
put it
wrap?
on there. Yeah.
He needs it. Like even in Sunbow animation, he was a dirty looking character because he was always climbing through the tunnels in the shit.
Yeah.
You came out clean as a whistle too.
Well, he had like the typical cartoon smudge look, the couple of hash lines.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
But that was it, though, and like you got this toy and he looks clean. He should not look clean.
They call him Tunnel Rat, not Clean Rat.
Right. Now it's funny though because rats are very clean animals.
Exactly. That's
It's not dirty rat. It's not
You
desert rat.
He should be slightly dirty.
It's not desert rat.
A shout out to Brick there. What's going on, man?
What up, Brick?
What? Rick joined us. Hey. Late to the party or
Hey.
early to the party. I'm not sure which one, Brick, but it's one of the two.
You're here to hang out, and that's all that matters, brother.
We're busy doing customs tonight. It's Tony's first custom live on air.
Look, they're busy doing customs. I'm just here bullshitting, drinking coffee.
We had a nice conversation about the Figura Obscura tomorrow.
Well, we're gonna get deeper into it tomorrow because by then we'll know what it is too.
Exactly.
And
Even talking about
a surprise.
We even talk about the Rumbler yet?
Yeah, we talked about the Rumbler, but we can put up that picture again.
Put up that picture again.
Put up that badass bitch.
Oh, it makes me drool.
It is so dope.
I am a grown man that was drooling over a
plastic toy,
and the
Brick. What are your thoughts on Figure Obscura coming out tomorrow? What do you think? Let me hear your ideas.
Let me pull, and there we go. Hang on. Oh, this is like 12 steps to get to one. There we go.
Look at this thing. It really does look good.
Please tell me it comes with the Viper guy. That would be even better.
That's crazy. That kills.
I'll take a really weird and obscure snake-headed character.
I just
I went and did it. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What'd you do?
There he is. He's getting them.
There it is.
He's
Dirty.
smudging it. Dirty.
Make him dirty.
I'm doing them
Tunnel
black
rat
at least.
ain't supposed to be clean.
Play it dirty with him. Play it dirty.
Oh, okay. Hold on a sec. So Brick's saying he heard someone say Sandman.
I
Okay.
can see that.
Right? With the
Sandman.
clock and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So, naturally we were discussing like kind of, Father Time, Brick. Somebody had mentioned Guy Fawkes and they got real deep with it too, which was kind of
Oh, the
interesting.
Obscura. Okay.
Yeah. And then Aaron brought up a lot of interesting options.
Yeah, I went through a deep dive there, Brick. I'll save that and we'll
We can discuss
a
it more
file, so-
tomorrow.
talk about what I thought might possibilities, because we're talking about a lot of mythological and older religious icons
Now we're-
of time.
Now we're
Right.
customizing, not just removing paint. Now I'm adding paint.
There you
Tony can't hear you.
Oh, I said now I'm customizing. Before I was removing paint from that stalker buck. Now I'm painting up Tunnel Rat. Like a
That was still
Oh,
customized. You just got
go. Custom stalker.
to take the paint off to get the paint on, right?
Mhm.
That's how that works. We
This
gotta
is
take the
no
paint off.
primer. This is no primer, baby. I'm just going at it. You'll see how it comes
You using
out.
Citadel or using Vallejo? What are you using there?
Vallejo. This is Vallejo black. Yeah.
Just the standard black, not the fancy black?
No, just a standard black, and I'm not even taking his legs off. Not yet. I hate putting them on. Well, taking them off, and then painting them, sitting and waiting, and then when you try to put them on, and then you smudge something even after you sealed it, and getting on the
Oh,
ball
yeah, no.
joint. I have more luck
Definitely.
doing it like this. Either or, though.
So Brick's also mentioning the Grim Reaper for figure obscura since we're getting Maxilius.
That's a possibility, but I think that would be kind of an overkill, wouldn't it? But again, we don't know if it's new tooling, old tooling.
Yeah. I imagine this one will probably use more retooling since Monkey King was a lot of new tooling.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm saying, like, when we thought about like Father Time, I mean, it would be it'd be really easy to do Father Time because you could just use the Father Christmas and just give him a longer beard, like the gnome beards.
Right.
Gnomes.
All right. Johnny's saying he's gonna probably just dye his tunnel rat, which that's not a bad call using that dye, the plastic dye.
Go ahead, you pussy. Just because you can't do it this way, little bit.
Oh, that's wrong.
I'm just gonna
Them
dye it
fighting
like
words.
I'm gonna dye it like Aaron would.
I like to dye joints, and I'll dye like soft
I'm just bullshit.
plastics, but legs and stuff sometimes.
No
the
offense,
plastic
just
is
I know.
so hard.
I know Johnny. I can talk to him like that. It's not like
I know you can. That's why I'm saying. Going hard at him. Poor Johnny. He's over there like crying in the corner now.
crying in the car.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Why you gotta be so mean, Tone?
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Now, I am hoping that it is something I do not want.
That's what Brick's saying too. He's kind of hoping it's
Just
something he
saying,
doesn't want.
I'm right there with Brick. I'm like, you know what? Just be something I don't want, and we'll be good.
I just dropped half a
You guys
grand.
gotta fill me in on
all
the figure obscura stuff. I'm pardon my ignorance, but I don't
okay.
know what's up with
They're usually like mythical things or things of folklore.
So
that's why somebody said Guy Fawkes. That's like folklore, right?
Right. He's kind of very folklore. Like there's not like a full theme to what they've been doing. They've covered kind of like holidays so far. The original figure obscura that they were going to do, like I said earlier, was the Headless Horseman, but that got delayed. So the first one that came out was actually the Black Krampus. He came out first. And he's holiday themed. He's kind of Christmas like. Then they finally came around to getting out the Headless Horseman, and that was what was that? San Diego Comic-Con last year. That is when they announced that and dropped it.
I think so. Something roughly around that time.
Yeah, and dropped them, sold out real quick. Then right around Christmas time, they rolled out with the Father Christmas.
Oh,
Okay. And then earlier this year, they threw us a curveball because, again, up until that point, everything kind of had like a holiday theme.
Yeah.
And they threw us this giant curveball with doing Sun Wukong, doing the Monkey King. So they
okay.
definitely are looking to do more of the lore. And actually, I think Sun Wukong was originally planned early on too. Like they've been wanting to do a figure of him, they just hadn't. So the fact that they finally got him out and everything, and he shipped quick too, which is supposed to be the turnaround on this new one, where basically he's ready to go. Everybody's going to order them tomorrow, and then they are going to start shipping the following week. And it's going to take a couple of weeks to get everything all out. But, they're going to be shipping it basically almost as soon as they're done the second drop, pretty much. So
they do stuff like, okay, you said, what other folk like stuff like Guy Fawkes and whatever? What were the ones you said? Some of the like folk hero type shit.
They've only done the 4 figures so far. This is just different.
Right. This one is the 5th figure in this line. So far I'm at 100%. And they've done variants so far of the 3 already released. So there's a red Krampus coming up. There is the original Headless Horseman's very like red, black, orange. So they've got a new one coming up that hits all of my color palette. It's purple, green, orange, and it's got glow in the dark paint on the horse too, which is really cool. So
Headless
like that's
Horseman, okay, Sleepy Hollow type shit. Okay,
yep.
So they can do stuff like Three Musketeers, Lone Ranger, Zorro.
They could.
We got no idea because again, they haven't like given details as to what truly figure obscura is supposed to be, which is kind of the cool thing because you never really know what's about to happen. It's very obscure.
That's crazy. Okay, I get it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, you can make a.
Yeah, like we said, at first it seemed like they were doing holiday themes. Then they gave us, like deep literature, with Sun Wukong, from Journey to the West.
Right.
Like, so they drop, like for Sun Wukong, they had scrolls. So you really didn't know, like that was the teaser image was a scroll, which is very important to that story. But, it was like nobody was expecting that. So again, here it kind of feels almost like, well, if they're dropping it now and it's coming out right before holiday and maybe like New Year's Eve, that's why the Father Time thing kind of comes into play. The clue is this clock face, which, by the way, I felt like an idiot before. I was like, man, they screwed up on that Roman numeral 4. And then I realized when I was looking at pictures of clock faces that apparently that is very common. And even Jesse mentioned it to me too. He goes, so I just found out that the Roman numeral 4 is written like that on clock faces. And I was like, yeah, I'm finding this out too when I'm looking up pictures.
Okay.
I always thought 4 was IV. But
right. You subtract,
right.
Left or something.
Yeah, but apparently just 4 Roman numeral 1s is also 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Say, and that's how they put it on a lot of clocks, even though I'm pretty sure the only clocks I had definitely did the IV, but okay.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen it now.
Maybe that's a clue though, too.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking it definitely has to deal more with time. But, again, there's, like we said, we could get folk hero. Again, the Guy Fawkes theory was pretty deep, but so far they have not done anything that was historically real in any way.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we know Saint Nick was actually a real person, but the Father Christmas that they're portraying is definitely from the lore of Christmas, not the actual person Saint Nick.
Right. Gotcha.
So I'm really, really imagining that, we're going to be seeing um, something more mythological and less grounded in reality. But we'll never know until tomorrow morning at 9
8
a.m.
o'clock my time. What
Yeah, I
the
was going to say.
hell? What the hell?
You think it's gonna be like Halloween type stuff, or
Who
I'm not
knows?
sure.
It could
I'm
be
really not
anything at this
sure.
point.
It's a clock face is the clue. So there's a
oh, the clue
clock.
is the clock face. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, and it's got the hand that is telling the time is the figure obscura logo, that kind of F that they do.
Okay.
So, I mean, there is possibility of just about anything really.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to have the usual associated merch. They're going to have like t-shirt, pins. Apparently they're bringing back mugs. I'm like, "Ooh."
Oh wow.
Brick saying 6 a.m. baby. Yeah, you guys on the West Coast. Well,
They have another drop, but the thing is it's good that they do the drops in the morning and the evenings.
yep. It
Yeah.
gives people all around the world a good chance.
Yeah.
Because when they do that 9 a.m. drop here for East Coast time, so yeah, it's kind of early for us. It's definitely early for the West Coast, but people in the UK that like this, and there's a whole UK cabal, just like
Yeah, that'd
there's,
be like
the
middle
Wizards.
after.
Oh
That'd be
wow.
like early afternoon, right?
Exactly. There's a 5-hour difference between here and the UK.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, 9 a.m. drop here means they're getting it like noon, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not 9 a.m.
Right.
here, but that's like 2 in the afternoon or whatever. So Brick was asking what time the clock was reading. It was pointing to the number 5. The other hand is cut off. You don't see the top of the clock face. Some people said it may have been pointing at the 11, which ties into that Guy Fawkes thing, because then it would be 11/5,
11/5.
5th
Yeah.
of November.
Uh-huh.
Big Ben, again, a lot of things can tie into that. So it kind of makes sense, but only if you're looking at it that way. Like, you've really got
Right.
to look to get there.
It's a guessing
So
game.
you can't really tell exactly what the other hand is, but also the 5, the hand putting at the 5 could just be the fact that it's the 5th release in this line,
Yeah.
because
Oh, I see.
figure
What you're saying.
right, figure obscura is not mythic legions, it's not cosmic legions, it's its own line. It's figure obscura.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you would like the pop and swaps and
Obscure figures.
just the general use of the bodies. Now the articulation is a little bit less than what you're used to, but
Yeah.
I know that they're getting ready
To
to
some
fix that.
degree. 2.0s
Well, they're getting
are
ready to
pretty
fix
good.
that though, because they've got knights that for that next
Sir
generation body that
Andrew.
can do two-handed holds. So
Yep.
Mm.
I got my Dubin right here.
Yeah.
He's one of the newer characters. I call him Dubin now because of Brick.
I thought you said you got your dubage.
got my
yeah,
Dubage. I'll be heading
that's what I
back
thought
outside
too. I
in a
was
minute.
like, wait,
I wish I
what,
had that.
What?
I wouldn't be
is
Go
doing it.
ahead.
Wouldn't
about
be
my
doing it
dubage?
on your channel.
What is-
Doobie doo.
Like who was it? Judd Nelson asked Anthony Michael Hall, "Yo, Ahab, you want my dubage?" Remember?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Breakfast Club, baby.
80s movies were the best.
Mhm. John Hughes.
Okay, where is my app?
I think it's one of the reasons why I
Wow.
like these newer Spider-Man movies so much, because they pull so much from John Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You spilt all your Windsor Newton too earlier. Come on.
Did you?
No, I spilled enough, but yeah.
I'm good still. I'm good.
I'm just trying to clean off my brushes and put them back into at least decent
I
condition.
like it, dude. I mean, he looks brand new, but I like the way he's looking with his black pants the way he's supposed to be. Holy.
Gonna have to fix those green knee pads though. They stick out like a sore thumb.
They're great. They're not green.
Oh, they are gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are bright
Yeah.
though.
If you stick out, I don't mind the way they stick out, but they kind of should be black too.
I ain't gonna lie. He looked like he picked up them knee pads at Home Depot.
Yep. I should
I'm-
know because I work in the hardware department at Home Depot part time.
I was just gonna say, like, I swear to God, I've seen them on the shelf in that exact color gray.
They are. And OG, he didn't have knee pads, right?
Right.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Well, I'm to a stopping point, Tony. Are you to a stopping point?
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish up the knee pad and that's it.
Okay.
You could do brown on it. I mean, I know
Good.
you already
Like
painted
it's
it. I know you already
Didn't
painted it
even
black. but you
realize
can
I
go with
left you
brown.
in
Full screen.
You left me in
solo
full screen
forever.
like I was a star. I'm like, oh shit. I better not
you
fuck
are
up.
the you are the star. It's the point
Yeah.
of toy
Don't
therapy.
mess up the paint. Don't mess up the paint.
Goddamn
So-
Stay in the line. Stay in
Here
the
you
line.
go, Tony. This is my Dubin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's
Hang
one of
on.
the mythic
Shit,
legions.
put it back up. Put it back up.
You can never really truly see the face because it's always hidden by the cloak, but that's one of the best parts.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
That
would have
is-
liked
that
to
is
have had a
badass.
removable hood though.
You can give
'Cause
him
I
some
think that
dubage.
face is great.
Whenever we get that 2.0 version, you know,
Yeah.
when we get his second version in an all-star wave coming up, because if there's an all-star wave, this guy's going to be in one eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But again, as we all know, I'm a fan of my critters. And this
See,
guy's
Johnny
a
has the right
Falconeer.
idea. Do them charcoal. Get them a little bit. Give you a little bit of white in that black, and get you some charcoal on it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would actually get good because then it would pop, like it would stand out, not as brightly as they just were.
Yeah,
But
bright green. But they
see
matched
these
his
guys.
belt. Oh, nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I freaking love this figure.
I gotta get some charcoal, but damn, does he not look just like the 3 3/4 inch now, baby? Okay.
Yeah, he's looking a lot better.
Yeah.
That Vallejo black mixed with water is fantastic.
See, now you're making me think I have to mess with mine. Damn it.
Yours
Looks
looks
way better.
really good. Man, come on. Yours looks great because you've got that dirt detail, you got that wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying them. That's all right. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I don't have to fix it. Don't have to fix it.
Oh,
Don't
I
have to
fixed
fix
him
it.
a lot. His bandolier was way too big. You know how big?
Yeah,
it is.
it's really loose.
I cut it.
I think you're gonna
to
have to
fit,
cut it
and I
open.
glued
and-
it. So that's
No,
why I
Did
didn't
you
move
glue
it.
it? I figured I was gonna have to
tunnel.
cut out some
And
bullets
and I glued
stick
his
it back
neck
together.
strip down. I don't like loose parts, dude. So I glued
Yeah,
his
no-
neckerchief
Yeah,
down,
I don't.
and I glued
understand.
his ammo belt down, and so just his shoulder holster is loose because I'm
Did you put
debating
his
on-
neck scarf underneath the?
I put his neck scarf is the first thing. I took off everything, right? And then
Okay.
put the neck scarf
Okay.
down first, and then glued that sucker down in front and the back. So that
Nice.
sucker
Because I was gonna
glued
say,
is coming out.
if you just put his holster over the top,
Yeah.
you can keep that thing flush to the ground.
Oh man, that thing will move
But
every time.
it
I
doesn't
touch
pop up or look weird. Because that holster will mostly hold it in.
That holster's loose, but the way I glue them both down with space in between, if I don't move it like I'm fucking doing, it'll stay.
Yeah.
It'll stay down. And everybody crying about why would they give Tunnel Rat a huge M60 for going through the tunnels? It's like, one, it's a toy. Two, that's what the original came with, and three, there's he can pass it off to a teammate before he goes into the tunnel with his revolver and his blade and his flashlight. Stop crying. Jeez, dude, these people. What am I gonna do with these people? I gotta tell them.
I don't know, but
Oh man, look at that. All right.
I do. It does look better. I
Right.
can't argue with the logic.
He's
it does look
definitely
better, but
looking-
I'm
So now,
He's
Yeah,
I'm
vintage
leaving him alone.
now. He's definitely vintage.
since I did it like that, Wait till it's dry, and then spray it, and then well, no, I'll wait, and then I'll bend the knees, and then I'll paint them and leave them bent for a while, dry, and then spray the knees. Wait till it dries. I mean, because I can break it right now, and they're gray, and I didn't finish, so. But it's already dry. Look at that. Vallejo is freaking awesome. Look at that. None of my fingers. They're dry.
Oh well, no, I got nothing to say on that one. I got shit all over my fingers.
Look, I'm
Because you're using
pristine.
that Citadel game color right there. That's what I
Yeah,
do.
no, I, if I'm not dirty after I'm done, I actually work. That's kind of it's just
I
That's
like
how I
that. 'Cause
feel.
look at
Look, man, the only thing I'm worried about is when I start getting into it, how it's getting on my ceiling. That's all I'm worried about.
yeah.
'Cause
No,
that's
it
what's
won't get
gonna
on your
happen.
field.
I'm gonna be painting down here on my desk and be like, how did it all get up there?
Yeah,
Woo!
no, just no flicking your
Thanks,
brushes.
Rick.
You'll be fine.
Right?
Yeah,
No
man,
flipping
So
the
I like that. I like that. And I left his belt black, but I can go. I could paint the belt loops black. That would kind of look better. Let's see what I can do here.
yeah.
I'll use the same brush.
Well, since you're at a stopping point, or at least close to a stopping point, you're still playing with it a little bit. But
Yeah,
other than
that's for sure.
that, we have the question that I ask everybody, even if you're a returning guest. And Oz will get to answer it too, even though he's a returning guest as well. And he was a
Yeah.
surprise guest because I figured he'd want to talk about that figure of stir and he wanted to talk about it. So we brought
Yes.
it on and we talked about it. But what did you find joy in today, Tony?
If I'm enjoying talking and shooting shit with you guys, and finally, uh, being real happy and being, at peace with my Zen, with sharing it with you guys. And this is what I do for relaxation and my Zen from my main job, which is 911 EMT. And I saved this Friday to go on with pain, and I'm glad I did, and had a lot of fun doing it. I thought I was going to do a little more, but man, I had a lot of fun, man. This is awesome
You
therapy. I
realize
mean,
we've been doing this for 3 hours.
yeah, and I feel just like I
It,
feel
it,
better
it
than when
felt
I
like
watch.
5 minutes, honestly. It did.
Yeah,
When we get busy, when I do customs for whatever reason, it starts off. There's a reason why I chose three because I knew that it taken about an hour each, but I really had more than that.
uh-huh.
But if I did more, I would be literally here all night sitting at this table. And I would probably talk the entire time, not realizing that it's 4 a.m. and I got to be up in an hour.
Yeah.
People ask me how I can do 6-hour streams on a Saturday night, and the truth is, it doesn't even feel like it when it's happening.
No, it
Yeah, I
doesn't.
just didn't feel like it. I got because I'm having fun. I'm in my zone,
Yep.
and I'm sharing it with you guys, and that's kind of even better. I thought I would be like, I'm gonna talk and bullshit while I'm painting. I usually shut up and have music on or punk's crazy ass for 3 hours, and I just go at it. And I'm like, damn, I'm done. I did the same thing with you guys and had the same fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different when you're doing it and you're talking and you're
Yeah.
you're trying to follow a chat and then you got to check in with the chat every 5 minutes. What?
Well, yeah, Aaron,
Luckily,
you had the tough job tonight.
Yeah,
yeah,
you had
no,
the time.
but I did manage to get a lot of stuff done. I got the pin vise drilled. I got the most of shipwreck version 2 done. I did my black wash on my mole rat on my snow serpent, which really showed up, and even on tunnel rat, even though I wasn't planning on it.
I
Did some
wasn't
more.
either, and then I reminded myself. I'm like, wait a minute, just because it irks me because I mean he gave him gray pants. I had the figure when I was little. He had black pants, and the box of this one has black pants. I'm like, what?
He looks like it's black pants. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that weird
So
gray, black, whatever. So Oz, what'd you find joy in today?
Man, it has been a tough week. I've felt like every day I've just gotten beaten up, right?
yeah. Oh, I hear you.
Catch a lot of verbal abuse over the phone. So today, it being Friday, naturally, just waking up and knowing it was Friday was a good feeling. overall today was probably one of the easier days I've had on the phone. But with the added bonuses of finding out we get this amazing figure obscura drop tomorrow, because I'm just going to say that because it's always awesome. And then on top of that, Payne throwing this together right here, on ToyPherapy, inviting me to come back on so we could talk a little bit about PulseCon today, talk about, again, figure obscure and everything, hanging out with you guys is brilliant. I found joy in this today. And just before this, I was out with a couple of ex-coworkers from GameStop and everything like that, because even though I hate that freaking company, I loved the people I met there. And so I had a good time with them tonight, and just a lot of really good, joyful moments today throughout my day, which has been amazing.
Cool.
That's awesome. That's good to hear.
Well, with that, gentlemen, I appreciate both of you being here. And if you're checking this out on the replay, you can find Tony.
Tony's Figs, Tony's_Figs at Instagram. Soon to be possibly YouTube coming up, but all my customs, and you can always hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Tony's Figs, and ask me any questions you need. I'll be happy to help.
And also, you can be found in a Toy Kind of Mood every once in a while.
Oh yeah, that group.
Yeah. Just
I'm a recurring guest on a Toy Kind of Mood. Yeah, man, still there, still doing it. I'm still trying to hold it down for the fellas, me, Travis, and Bobby, and whoever else Travis scams to get on.
So what else? What did you got coming up? Anything new?
We were supposed to have a show. I was supposed to be. I dropped in for this last Wednesday's show, but I was on shift, so I was literally in the ambulance, and then this 27th is Wednesday. It's another Toy Kind of Move, but that's another 24-hour shift. And I told the guys these next 2 Wednesdays I'll be unavailable. I'll try to pop in and just talk some shit and see what you guys are talking about. I want to do it more because the PulseCon, and Travis is probably going to throw a show together to talk about PulseCon, and I'm when Joe hits, that's when I'll pop in. You guys talk about all the other Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
I'll pop in a Marvel Legends and Joe, and we'll see. But sometimes it's just fun hanging out, being there.
All right. Oz, what do you got going on? I mean, I know what you got going on, but tell the people where they can find you and what you got going on.
Well, tomorrow night we're going to have the usual hangout session around the usual time, and we'll probably go for 5, 6, 27 hours. Who knows how long I'll go on tomorrow. And actually, this upcoming Sunday, you guys will be able to check me out on Brick Something's channel as we go on to speak about Needless Firma We Saw. And we got some good stuff to talk about. Plus, we had just like a ton of news drop today. So, that's plenty to talk about as well. And then upcoming next week on Thursday, I'll be on Toy Frenzy on Skelevator's channel. And we'll be, talking up the usual Motu business and seeing what's going on then. So
nice. All right. Well, I will be on likely tomorrow with Oz, and then I will be on next Friday. I am still not certain who it's going to be yet. Someone was supposed to contact me today, and they haven't yet, so I will hit them up tomorrow. So, but other than that, I appreciate everybody joining us. And if you're watching on replay, thank you for spending the time listening to me ramble for 3 hours. Fantastic choice. Not really. I highly doubt that.
Your lives are better for it, I promise.
You'll need therapy after that 3 hours. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks, Aaron. See you, Oz.